you're new to jewellery making and want to learn all the essential techniques, then this is the perfect workshop for you. Join experienced resident designer Linda and learn how to get to grips with this addictive hobby. Learn how to create necklaces, earrings and bracelets with genuine gemstones. You will also have the opportunity to try a range of jewellery making mediums for beginners, including wirework, macrame and kumihimo. The full course includes a wide selection of gemstones and findings, threading materials, 0.4 and 0.8 silver-plated wire, use of all relevant tools, a buffet-style lunch and refreshments, a tour of the studio and our museum, and a visit to our shop. All of this for just £59.95. For more information, contact our call centre on 0800 644 655. Start your new hobby today with Jewellery Maker.
Jewellery Maker ships to the following countries. We offer 2 delivery services, standard and premium. So wherever you are in the world, Jewellery Maker are never far away.
Good afternoon and welcome to Designer Inspiration. Thank you so much for joining me today. Have you seen all of the goodies we've got coming up? So many goodies for you today. I cannot wait for that clearance or that Cullinan topaz. I also cannot wait to show you. It's her first full day on the show. It is the wonderful Frankie. Hi, how are you?
I'm all right, thank you. A bit more nervous than last week, but there we go.
Last time you were so chilled out. You were so laid back. You still look pretty chill today, to be honest, Frankie.
I'll try.
Talk to us about how you're feeling today. Are you excited?
I am excited. I'm excited because I've got a couple of new things that I don't think people have seen before, and so I might have twiddly fingers, but I'm hoping they're going to go all right. Two new bits and pieces to add to your stock.
And for people who haven't seen you before, because you had your screen test last time, your 15-minute screen test tryout a couple of weeks ago. Yeah. Talk to us, tell us a little bit about yourself, a bit about your jewellery making history.
Well, I always sort of say I'm afraid I am a jewellery maker addict. Mm-hmm. I came across it across the channel like lots of people do, just by flicking. I thought that's interesting, and then I realised you did courses and things here in Redditch, and I only just lived down the road, which seemed absolutely brilliant. And so I bought some things. I came on a couple of courses, and I came on a couple of more courses, and then I started to live under the desk, and and the rest is history, as they say.
Wonderful. Which one of our courses have you been on?
Oh, one, Becky. Oh, I've been on several. Lots with Gemma, and with my very first wire work one was with Rachel, although I could wire work before, but she taught me such a lot. She did the dragonfly one. That's moons ago. That was a Christmas present, and so she's been my lovely Christmas present ever since. But I've done most of the courses, to be honest.
Really?
I tell you, I live under the desk. They sort of pull me out occasionally and wind me up, and I go again.
Oh, I love that. We're going to find out loads more about the lovely Frankie this afternoon. It is her proper first full show today, so do send in your words of support for us. Start your text with the word JM Studio. Text us to 60777. If you have any questions for the lovely Frankie, then do get involved, such as Frankie.
Yes.
If you were a zoo animal, what zoo animal would you be and why?
I think I'd have to be an elephant.
Would you?
Yeah, I like elephants. I mean, I'm sort of built quite large like an elephant, and I do like trumpeting about a lot and whatever. No, seriously, I love elephants. Or perhaps a bear. I like teddy bears, so perhaps I could be a bear.
You seem to be wearing quite a lot of print today, actually.
Yes, I am actually, aren't I? Yes, I just thought it might show off my mayfly. Is one of my treasures. I love him.
Absolutely beautiful.
Thank
So
you.
get in touch with Frankie the elephant today by texting 60777 is all you have to do to get involved. Now, you may well have seen what we've got coming up for you today. I have got some absolutely stunning strands. Where's my cullion, love? I've got an amazing strand of zircon. Genuinely, you're going to be blown away by it. I have got this strand of your cullion topaz coming up for you. Wow. Wow. I am so privileged to have this in my company on my show today. If you've never owned Cullinan topaz before, so named after the Cullinan diamond, today could most certainly be your opportunity to. I'm so excited to bring that to you. I'm almost nervous to show you this strand of topaz as well. Not topaz, sorry, zircon. And in fact, I probably won't show you. Imagine a faceted strand of diamonds, and that's what it looks like to me. I'm going to show you it in a little bit. Stay where you are, it's worth the wait. Where are we going to start today, lovely lady? Oh, brilliant. Let's start as we mean to go on. I'm telling you, today I have got so many goodies. I've got luxury for less, I've got clearance, and I've got some of your favourite strands. Let's start off with a bang. This is your abalone shell. Take a look at these beautiful drops. Oh, wow. You're in on the phones already. You are in online already as well. This is one of your absolute favourites of all at the moment. We rarely have it in. Thankfully, we managed to get a shipment not so long ago, but even that we're actually coming to the end of at the moment. Only got 2 strands on the website at the moment. These are your top drilled flat drops. They are like little peacock drops of light, aren't they? That sheen, that shiller just running across the surface. Frankie, what do you think of abalone shell, my love?
I love it, and you know the best thing about your abalone shell is that it's actually got the colour on both sides.
Yeah, there's no resin just on one side.
No, so if it turns over, if it actually, you know, as a necklace or a bracelet moves on your wrist or on your décolleté, it shows beautifully on both sides. It's lovely.
What types of things have you done with abalone before?
I've got when I had a long time ago one with they're about half a centimetre squares, but they're drilled across the corners, and so I put just one single one and one single one of a labradorite, a little labradorite, 6 mil, something like that, as a chain just going straight across, and they look absolutely beautiful because as you do move, I've got it quite high up. It's quite a short necklace. And as you move, the abalone turns and it shows all its lovely colours, and then of course it brings out the colour of the labradorite as well.
Yeah, because it's kind of got some of the
Similar
same tones,
yeah, the peacocky tones, yeah.
I've already got lots of you coming in for this. There is a little bit of a wait on the phone. We will be with you though. I've got multi-buyer on this. Nicola, hello lovely Nicola, how are you? Do get your hands on this today because honestly it's one of our most standout, one of our most popular of all of the organics. It truly is. Your price today is a stunner. £6.95 for you today. That is absolutely astonishing price point for this. It truly is. And the lovely thing about it as well is it's so popular. We could actually, if we wish, keep the prices right up there. But what's the need? We are passing on these cracking little deals for you at this point. Get your hands on this gorgeous double-sided abalone, because I don't know if you've bought abalone in other places before, but generally you'll just get the one size, I've said. You'll get the black resin on the back. Ours are double-sided, which means that the power shell we've actually taken 2 scoops from and placed them back to back. Now that means that when you wear these as earrings, for example, there's not just the nice one side at the front, you're getting the double-sided effect. And the thing that is so wonderful about it is each side is totally different. It truly, truly is. Let me show you from this. How different is that? Each side's got a little different effect, because at the end of the day, it's nature, isn't it? Nature very rarely works in symmetry. And the shell is exactly the same. You've gone off my screen now. There's so many of you getting your hands on this. We will be with you on the phone lines, 0800 644 655. I've only got 20 left. I've got about 10 probably in baskets, but more people are coming in. So I have still got possibly around 10 opportunities for you to get your hands on it if you so wish. Just pop it in your basket now and then check it out, ladies and gentlemen. £6.95 for this double-stranded beauty. It's going to be a sellout within the next minute, probably. 10 left. That's it. 10 left. 5 in baskets. Congratulations, Maria. You've just got yourself one. Excuse me. I've got 2, 3 left. That's it. £6.95. Congratulations to everyone who got their hands on that today. Say that to me again. Sorry, love. Ooh. One of your challenge strands now for you, Frankie. How are you feeling about your challenge?
Challenged? No,
Good.
it'll be lovely. It'll be great.
Now, I have got this beautiful strand here for you. What do you think of this?
It looks lovely from here. Absolutely gorgeous from here.
Now, how do you feel about sigmatic quartz in general?
I haven't actually worked with it before, but I love the colours of it. Very delicate, isn't it?
It's got that kind of dusky pink
Yeah,
tone
it's
to it,
lovely.
hasn't it? Which is absolutely beautiful. The internal structure is kind of how it gets its name from the word meaning love's arrow, from the sagnat meaning love's arrow. These internal inclusions, if you haven't used sagnatic quartz before, to you at home it might actually look like they're on the surface. They're not. It is internal within the gemstone that you get this. Uncincular, it's described at these internal structures, these internal thorns almost, as if you will. It essentially means that there's a micro structure of needle-like components just jutting across this stone. It's got a feel of kind of the rutile to it, but as you can see, it's much more speckled, it's much more intense with these shards or love arrows inside them. It's got a beautiful, almost Kath Kidson colour tone and colour palette to this, ranging from the salmon pinks to the really deep maroons on here. You've got absolutely loads and loads of graduation on this as well, which is just going to be fab for whatever you decide to do with it. You're going from around 7 by 6 on the smaller ones, all the way to those centre ones, which are around the 30 by 6 mark. What are you thinking for this strand? Have you got any ideas yet?
Well, you've got to let it dangle, haven't you?
Yeah.
Some of those pieces I'm thinking on the end of a talk, sort of. Like most people, I need to sort of get them in front of me, put them in my hand, and they'll tell me what to do. But I've got sort of an asymmetric thing in my head at the moment.
Oh, I like the sound of that one already. You'll like the sound of it too even more when I bring that price in. You're gonna love it. Whole strand today for just...
Oh, gosh.
Or is it... Do you want the lowest price? Do you want to get your hands on the last few? This isn't even one of my clearance strands today. Your price today is £6.95. I told you wouldn't be disappointed. What do you think of that price?
I'm speechless. It's a silly price for a lovely gemstone, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
The colour is lovely.
It is. It's very unique, isn't it?
Yeah. It's almost got it's got a touch of the kyanite sort of pinky blue shade to it. Might be nice with kyanite, mightn't it?
Could be. If I hand this over to you now, you can get your hands on it and maybe it'll talk to you. I'm not allowed to move. Sorry, Frankie, I'm
That's
stuck
all right.
here.
I can go over it.
How do you feel about it? Take a real good look at it.
Put specs on.
Put your spectacle on, Frankie.
Got my spectacle goggles. Oh, it's got such a lot in it, hasn't
Yeah.
it? Oh, it's beautiful. Oh, yeah. Definitely something asymmetric.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Got some ideas?
Yes, I'm
Is
happy.
it talking to you?
Yes, it's
What
talking to
accent
me.
does it have?
It might be Scottish.
Is it?
No.
No.
Don't be silly, Becky. I have no idea.
Me being silly. You're the one who says you talk to gemstones.
That's true. I stroke them as well. I'm like Lucy. I kiss them too sometimes, but don't tell anybody. Oops.
I think Frankie needs to get a room. That is yours at $6.95 for you today. Get your hands on it. I have got your second challenge strand coming up now. We're giving her 2 strands today.
Oh, gosh. Now, why aren't I at home to buy those, Becky?
Do you love them?
You know me and pearls. Well, you don't, but I'm just absolutely besotted with pearls. Beautiful.
Pearls are totally the organic of the season. This, please, kind of just ignore that sizing. 11 by 10, yes, okay, some of them might be. To me though, these look like perfect rounds. Take a look. Oh my goodness, I'm in love. Aren't they?
They're amazing.
So beautiful. That's with it touching at the back, which for me is a perfect length for a necklace. Oh my goodness. These are pure luxury. The smoothness of that necklace built up time after time is absolutely exquisite. The pearlescence you get off these is almost all encompassing. It truly is. You're just getting a wealth of this beautiful sheen. The blues, the pinks, the greens just bouncing from these. I'm moving these on my hand. Do you see what I mean when I say they look to the eye quite simply like a perfect round, don't they? They're not. There's a mil in it. But you find that the larger the pearl, for in this case up to 11 mil, the larger the pearl, you notice less that potato style of just 1 mil purely due to scale. It is such an exquisite strand, and I'm happy to let you know that I've got enough of these for you to get your hands on. Now, pearls we know have been the organic of this year. Of course, they're ageless, they're timeless, they've always been in fashion, haven't they? But truly 2014 has seen a whole new regen of these beautiful organics. It is such an exquisite strand. You've seen coloured pearls being worn by real style icons. We've seen Kate Middleton's been wearing them quite recently. Michelle Obama we've seen photographed. We've seen Angelina Jolie wearing coloured pearls a lot recently. It truly is one of those organics which is just spanning the ages at this moment in time. These are your lavender cultured potato pearls. Your price today, £19.95.
From here they look so shiny. They're lit up, and yet I can see reflections of the studio in them.
Yeah.
They're so perfect on the outside. They're lovely. I want them.
I think we should. I'm going to drop the price for you.
Oh gosh.
£13.95. Unlucky for some, but not for you today. That's a never seen before. This is price drop. It's because I've got so many of them. I'm happy to say you can get your hands on one of our most exquisite, one of our most high-end ever strand of pearls for an absolute rock bottom price. Should have been nearly £20. You're getting it today for £13.95. But this is not a drill. There is lots in baskets. No time now for you to be hanging around. Get your hands on this absolutely exquisite example of your pearls. They are huge, they are sizable, they look to the eye like rounds, they truly do, and you're getting it today for £13.95. That is absolutely astonishing. It really is. It's truly wonderful. £13.95 for you is absolutely astonishing today. I can't get over that price. What do you think, Frankie?
Well, I'm about to cry because if I was at home I would definitely buy those. The colour is so pretty as well because it's not white but it's not pink, and it's just a delicate shell colour, isn't it lovely?
Genuine pearls, $13.95. Can you believe that? It's amazing, isn't it? I absolutely adore these. And so do you at home. I've got multi-buyers left, right and centre. You are coming in on the phone quite rapidly. Now what I will say is I'm going to hand this over to Frankie now, and she's going to be pairing this with those lovely slabs that we've brought to her. Here we go, lovely lady.
Brilliant. Oh gosh.
Do you know what I mean by they look like rounds?
They do, most definitely. I would if I was at home I would have bought those, definitely. But I'm not at home, I'm here.
You are, sorry love.
No, that's fine, I'm happy.
Any ideas of those two together yet?
Same piece, I think, same piece. Even more amazing, perhaps, because
Love
they're
that.
just lush, aren't they?
Yeah, proper lush.
Lush.
Get your hands on it. You've gone off my screen again. I've got multi-buyers on that. Please do check out those baskets
It's
for me.
amazing
Say it again, sweets. Okie pokely. I'm so excited to bring this to you. I can't wait. Your patience is totally worth it. This is one of the rarest and most unusual gemstones all over the world. This is your Cullinan topaz. Wow! This is extraordinary, isn't it? It's so named actually after the Cullinan diamond, which I'm sure you'll all know a lot about. It's a very sizable diamond that was found, but the Cullinan itself, the Cullinan topaz itself that was found is actually larger than the diamond itself at around 77,000 carats, one completely uncut piece. And actually we're lucky to say that we have that piece, the largest piece of your Cullinan topaz. We have that in our museum here. It's 77,000 carats worth of just one whole uncut piece of this gemstone. So named after the diamond because it's said that this essentially has so many similarities to diamonds. You can see in the worth of it itself, you can see that internal life, as it were, that brilliance, that fire inside it. In fact, I've got some words of wisdom from wonderful Steve Bennett. Now, if you're not sure who Steve Bennett is, where have you been? Oh, it goes off the screen. That's you, Ryan, showing off about your slides today, that is. That's you showing off about your slides. That is the lovely Steve Bennett. Now, if you're not sure who Steve Bennett is, he is the CEO of the company, founder, he's a gem hunter. He is my boss. He is talking to you there. He's really turning the spotlight on his most notable gemstones, and this really was one up there. I'm sorry that it's gone off the screen. I'm guessing you can kind of work out what it's saying though. It's essentially talking about the huge Cullinan diamond that we have here at our museum. It's also talking about the fact that since the discovery, they found smaller pieces such as this, which have that same ice clarity to them, again, as we have here. It's talking to you a lot about the aesthetics of this, how it's a very durable gemstone once it's faceted, and that's again one of the kind of comparisons to the diamond itself with its strength and its beauty. It is a gemstone that Steve is so passionate about. I'm sure you could actually tell from the little blurb that you've just read then. And if you have been to our museum, I'm sure you will have seen it yourself. This topaz is something which, I'll be honest with you, I've only actually managed to see in the flesh once before. I've only seen it ever once before, and I'm so happy to bring it to you today. when I knew that I was getting my hands on this strand, I actually sent Steve a little bit of an email, and he actually didn't realise that the jewellery maker, or us ourselves, had this at the moment. He says that he knows he's been trying to, he's been working to try and, you know, get this gemstone on the channel, but he didn't actually realise that we had any at the moment. He then went on to tell me, he was like, do you read Vogue, Becky? Do you read Vogue? I don't. More of a heat kind of girl myself, if I'm honest. I don't read Vogue, I'll be honest. I look at the pictures at the newsagents whilst I'm waiting, but no, other than that, I don't actually. But he's essentially told me that this gemstone had a feature in Vogue in July, I think he was saying, and a feature on it in there, and it was actually a Gemporia ring that was in this piece about the gemstone. It was a Gemporia Cullinan topaz ring in there. Now, when you're seeing gemstones like this featured in Vogue, one of the very much leading of all magazines, very much leading in the style stakes, then boy oh boy, you know the popularity is about to rise, don't you? It is so wonderful to view. It feels expensive, it feels exquisite. The life, the internal beauty, that fire, that burst, that blast is just honestly not to be reckoned with. Personally, I don't feel like you're getting as much of it across on the screen as you are to the eye, but do believe me on this, honestly, that internal sparkle is exceptional. I can't believe that I finally got my hands on this gemstone in a faceted shape. Like I say, obviously I've seen the one in our museum, the 77,000 carat piece. But finally, I've got to get my hands on one of Steve Bennett's favourite of all gemstones. And when I say that, for a man who has essentially seen all there is to see. In fact, what is it called? The Tulele. Has anyone else on the team heard about this? The Tulele, I'm sure you pronounce it Tulele, T-U-E-L-E-L-I, is the spelling of it, but I can't remember exactly how you pronounce it. But essentially, it's a brand new gemstone, discovered within days. It was discovered at one of our mines actually in Tanzania. Brand new gemstone. It's a bright orange, fiery gemstone that we hope to have as part of our family soon enough. But it's a brand new gemstone. He knows all there is to know about it already. That's how on top of his gemstone knowledge it is. That's why everyone who works here has such a passion for gemstones. It's from him, and I finally got my hands on truly one of his absolute pride and joys. Your price today is a bit something to be proud of too. I'll be honest with you, I did tell Steve that we were having this gemstone on, and I just wanted a little bit of his feedback about it, and that's what I showed you earlier on, kind of some pieces that he's written about it earlier. I'll be honest with you though, I didn't tell him it was going to be that price. I know that the Gemporia ring that they had in Vogue was nowhere near that price. You're going to need to be putting a 1 in there somewhere to kind of make it slightly closer to the price that it actually was. I didn't tell him we were going to do that price because genuinely I think he would have questioned why we were doing it at that price. I truly do. I also didn't mention it because I knew that he would be furious about what I'm actually about to do to the price. One of the rarest, most sought after gemstones in the world, your Cullinan topaz for just
Sorry.
That's shocking, isn't it? What do you think of that?
Well, you saw what I thought of it. That was shocking. I didn't expect it to be that low in the first place.
No.
I thought you were going to do it like $34.99 or something, which is, you know, your higher end strands, or even 40 something wouldn't have surprised me. No. But that just blew me away.
It's exquisite price point, isn't it?
Yeah.
It truly is. It is a wonder to behold. If you've, like thousands, never had the opportunity to own this most wonderful of gemstones before, then now is your opportunity. MBRU37. That is your code on it today. It's a low price point for, I need to let it be known as well that that price point I'm doing is not indicative of quality. Honestly, for me, this price point was quite important because it's a gem we don't have on often. It's a gem that connoisseurs and jewellery makers who maybe have been doing it a long time and are really into their genuine gemstones might know about. Outside of that, possibly not so much. For me, it was really important to drop it if we could, and in fact we've kind of sat on this strand, as it were, for quite a while so that we could ensure we could get it at a lower price point. And it's because I want people out there to fall in love with a gemstone that perhaps they've never seen before, perhaps they've never been able to own before. I wanted to give people the opportunity to get a strand and do your research, learn about this gem, learn about it, research it, feel that internal fire of the gem and feel the fire and the passion yourself to get up and know something more about something so special. I have had a text in about this actually. This is, hi ladies, I recently bought a Cullinan topaz from Gemporia, and yes, it's gorgeous. In fact, it's that nice, I wear it with my engagement ring. Oh wow. And, oh my goodness, really? And lay my diamond ring away. It's amazing. Looking forward to your show today, ladies. Love you all. And that's from Lynn in Wigan. Oh, Lynn, you little love. Thank you for messaging that in. It's a special gemstone, isn't it? It truly is. It's just completely exquisite. And you are right, you know, it is so named after the diamond, and I'm sure you can understand exactly why it might be. There's lots of you coming in on the phone. We're trying to get through to you, around to you as quickly as we can. I really am so happy to anyone who's managed to get their hands on this at that astonishing price point. It's yours today, an exquisite rarity, Cullinan topaz, and is there Cullinan diamond then? Cullinan topaz for just £17.95. Wow. Congratulations to everyone who's got your hands on that. It really is a wonder to behold. Now, whilst we get over the astonishment of that, let's get into your designer inspiration, Frankie. How are you feeling now?
I'm all right, thank you. Yeah.
All right.
Yes, thank you.
Good. Just checking your nerves haven't gone up yet.
No,
but no, we're glad. Oh my gosh, I could just fall into that pool of your Cullinan topaz. I really could. It's special, isn't it? Let's fall into something else. I've got for you, for the first time in yonks, my favourite cut of gemstones, my absolute favourite cut. I'm so happy to have it for you, and I'm so happy to bring it to you in a bundle today. Now, I've got pearls in this bundle, I've got amethyst in this bundle, I've got plenty of wire. You have been a bit spoiled here, Frankie, I'll be honest.
I was actually, yes, and this was the I asked for a surprise. I was actually allowed to pick my own one for the first one, and then I said, oh, give me a surprise because I'm sure you pick better than me. And this is what I was sent, and I the Braziolite is just so lovely. It
is stunning, isn't it? It is
special.
Absolutely beautiful. I don't know, should I save that till the end? No. Should I? I'll save that till the end, right? Okay, because honestly, I just need you to feast your eyes. Let's go through the wire first, shall we? You have got your chartreuse wire. You've got 10 metres worth in the 0.4. You're also going to be getting your hands on 100 metres worth of the 0.4 in the silver. And you have your 0.8 in the silver, 10 metres worth of this. So you have 100 metres of this one. Just to let you know, absolutely loads and loads on here. I know it's on the same spool, but there is 110. So you've got 120 metres worth in total of that. Just throw that away. You've also got this most beautiful, lengthy strand, actually, isn't it, of your amethyst. It is gorgeous. Faceted rondelles, they are such a delight to behold. They truly are. I absolutely adore this strand. 40 carats worth here of your faceted rondelles, 2x1 to 5x3. Isn't that strand just delicious? It's delectable. It's got almost a Zambian appeal to it, which is just all encompassing. It truly is. Love this strand. You're going to adore my next one as well. How are these to work with?
Beautiful, absolutely gorgeous. I was spoiled having pearls, wasn't I?
Peacock pearls. Wow. Can't get over them. Look at how delish those are. One of the most sought after organics of the year in a really sought after colour palette as well. Isn't that gorgeous? These ones are your Baroque side drill pearls from around 7x6 mil. Absolutely beautiful variety. When we say Baroque, we're talking about the style of these themselves. Baroque pearls are notorious for just resting beautifully against décolletage, against the wrist, wherever you may wear them. They really do just have a beautiful energy to them with this colour palette as well. Peacock tones, almost that diesel effect to it as well, which I just think is really gorgeous. Lastly, but by no means leastly, I'm so excited to bring you my favourite cut. Again, I haven't seen it in absolutely ages. Now, I'm going to talk to you about it and then I'm going to let you get a little look at it, okay? Because I'm mischievous like that. Okay, so the concave cut is such an exquisite cut that it's not actually performed by lapidarists. A lapidary is a gemstone cutter. The concave cut isn't actually performed by those people though. It's performed by people who trained to be lapidarists for years and years and years, and they then decided to branch out into an individual direction and create this cut, the concave cut. Those people are no longer known as lapidarists, they're known as concave artists. And once you become a concave artist, you cannot create any other cut again. It is such a skill to be able to create this that it's thought that if you say go back to creating a brilliant cut or a baguette cut, that you might actually be distracted or lose your skill, as it were, to create this. This essentially is a person's lifetime of work, realistically, building up to this point to be able to recreate this. The fact of the matter that you're going to be able to get this cut today in this gemstone, which actually, as the size of the earth, if we think about the earth's population, the amount of people that can actually create this is going to be around 0.00001% of people can create this. It is literally in a warehouse, in an area of lapidarists where you might have 500 lapidarists. You would be so lucky, and it's only a few places in the world where for 500 lapidarists you might have in there 1 or 2 concave artists. That's it. It is such a skill. And I've got some pictures actually just to show you the work that goes into this. So this is just a little blurb for you about how the cut itself is created. So you'll see they work on a lathe, and to create this on each of those flat sides, you have to work with an undulating movement on these to create that look. So none of these facets themselves are flat. They are all concave. They all have the loop and the depth to them. You can see there what it actually does to it. It promotes the evenness of the brilliant. It diminishes any color zoning, which means essentially your gemstone just looks more perfect. It's really it has so many qualities to it, and that's one of the reasons that we really do want this cut to be created. Have you got that other slide for me? This is about how it's actually done. Now, the one I've got for you now, it isn't actually the brilliant shape, but I just wanted to show you that because I really wanted you to have a little think about all the work that goes into this. For every single one gem, look at those different facet shapes you have to be able to create just for that brilliant cut. Now at the side, you'll be able to see there the flat diamond shape. That is, as you would imagine, a normal facet. And then the loop at the bottom, that domed one, is what you have to be able to do to create the concave cut. So it really is knowing about things like the positioning, it's about the skill, the technique, it's about getting that dimension absolutely perfect on every single one, just to really boost that optical effect. I've got a double concave shape here for you. Now you will see why they go to every single ounce of that work. It's totally worth it. That is amazing, isn't it? Let me show you. Please just follow your eye around this whole thing. Look at how the light interacts on this. Look at that. Look at that burst. From flat on, you're getting like a really nice just internal effect on each one of those facets, but then look at this light inside. Wait, look. Look at that. Isn't that so special? Do you see now why they go to that work? Do you see now why people might spend their whole lives trying to create this? And you've got 3 of them. And look at this drill hole as well. I absolutely love the fact that it's just on that tiny top corner. If you did a ring with these, you could really, really easily completely hide that drill hole, couldn't you? I'm in love. Let's remind you exactly what's in this kit. The work that's gone into this is just exceptional. You've got your concave cut. You're going to be getting that Prasiolite, the green amethyst, 35 carats worth. You've got the largest one in the middle, which is around the 18 mil, and then you have the 2 at the end, which is around 16 mil. You will be getting 3 pieces at around 35 carats. You've then got that beautiful peacock pearl. You've got those exquisite deep set amethyst in the faceted rondelles. You're getting 10 meters worth of your 0.4 chartreuse, 100 meters worth of your 0.4, 100 meters there in the silver, and 10 meters of your 0.8 in the silver. The price today. Please remember the work that's just gone into this one strand. This here at Jewellery Maker is one of our most complex, intense, and as it were archetypal of all gemstone strands in the cut itself. I'm taking this to a price I am absolutely astonished with. It's £29.95. £14.79 saving. Look at the life of this. Look how far away you are, and you can still see that fire, that brilliance on that double concave. It is, for me, genuinely, bottom of my heart, that for me is a price point that I would any day of the week be chuffed just to buy that strand of the concave cut. I honestly would. This is something which I would be more than willing to pay. Look at the work into this. And in fact, actually, I've got loads of concave cuts at home, shockingly enough, because I love it so much. Whenever it comes in, I'm just like, I have to have that. I've got loads and loads of this at home. And I'm sure that when I bought my first concave cut, don't quote me on it, but I'm pretty sure that the first strand I bought was £27.95. I'm pretty sure it was, of my first ever strand of the concave cut I bought from here. The fact of the matter is that you're getting this with pearls, amethyst, 120 meters worth of wire for just £29.95. What do you think of that price?
Well, the first price you brought on, what I thought was pretty decent, but this price is ridiculous. £14 odd, did you say you've taken?
Yeah, just
off?
over £14.
Because when I opened this bundle and took out those strands, I couldn't believe what I'd been given. I thought perhaps it might be a mistake.
They are special, aren't they?
They really are special.
It's just something that honestly is absolutely astonishing. Almost £15 saving, isn't it? Almost. Right. Get on the phones now, please. This is absolutely shocking. I'll be honest with you, I don't actually completely 110% agree with this price. I'll be honest. I can't believe I've definitely paid more than the price you're about to see just for a concave cut. Get on the phones now. This is, I'm not messing around with you.
It's not going again, is it?
I don't know why I bother. I don't know why I bother, right? What are you doing to me? Why is this happening? Well, that's really annoyed me now, because well, I know that this is going to be a sellout now at that price, so how am I supposed to get this? Oh, that's nice, isn't it? That's nice. My producer just went, it's not my problem. Oh my God. Well, whatever. Right, let's just go over here, shall we? I'm absolutely astonished at that. Honestly. Pardon? I don't need to know that it's £17.75 saving, thanks. No. I'm over it. I'm over it. Oh my gosh, I can't, but how? Oh, whatever. Oh, fine. I'm just astonished. That is shocking. I can't believe it.
It is.
I love it. And so do you. You've gone off my screen now.
Yeah.
Congratulations, honestly, to everyone getting this. Please, please, please have fun, especially with that concave cut. Please, please, please. And did you have fun?
Oh, I did. When I took it out, as I say, when I took it out of the bundle, it just sparkled and twinkled, and it said to me, you have to do so. And I thought, shall I just do one pendant and two, an earring? And I thought, no, I want to show it all off at once. And so I came up with a design I hope does that, shows it off to its best. So it needs to dangle, and so what I designed, I hope actually lets it move by itself.
It definitely does. It's so beautiful. Look. Even against that black background, you can see the life. Look at that.
So clear, isn't it?
Yeah. You've made some very beautiful pieces here. I'm excited to see exactly how you've managed to create these. One thing I will say is I started off with about 96 of the kits. Loads of people are buying it. You've gone off my screen once. I've got half my stock gone on this today. Please don't hang about until the end. Please check out your baskets. If you, possibly 9, 10-ish of you checked out your baskets now, I would only have around 40 left. So heading towards my last chance saloon. Genuinely, I'm absolutely shocked by that price. I love it, and if you do too, get your hands on it now, because the quality is just phenomenal. Concave artists who have worked their whole lives had better not see this price, or else they'll be coming for your producer, Helena. £26.95, get it whilst you can. I'm heading towards my last chance saloon on this right now. So lovely. How was the kit as a whole? You said it was great to work with.
It was, and but I say because of the beauty of those 3 stones, I wanted just to do something with that and the green wire, which is what I did. And then I treated the pearls in a different way altogether. And as you said, the fire in those pearls and the different colours, I wanted to keep them all together, which is what I did. So I created a piece that was in fact, no, not, I was going to say just about, no, in fact, all the pearls are in that piece. Because it just needed to be shown off, those pearls, and those beautiful little amethysts. The way they were graduated, I just sort of said the dragonfly's tail to me, so made a little dragonfly, and that shows them off too. They're just there, aren't they?
Absolutely. Where are we going to start on these designs, Frankie?
Well, we're going to start by chopping this up, and that was ever so difficult.
Did you just want to stare at the concave?
I did stare at them for a long time. I have to admit, I started off with the other kit that we've got this afternoon, because I knew I needed to come up with something different for these. And what was so incredible about them was that they're, as you pointed out, they're not actually symmetrical. And so you needed to sort of have something quirky, and so I'm hoping that the quirkiness is coming through in the beads that I've created. I've done them lots of times, practicing. As everybody knows, this is my first long show on air. I'm just hoping I don't trip myself up with this bead, but it is really interesting.
Good. I cannot wait. Let's get started today.
Okay, so I'm going to start off by preparing one of these, and I'm going to take the biggest one in the middle. Oh, it's a sin and a shame to cut them. And then I just need a bit of the 0.4 wire, because all I did was make a simple wrapped loop. Find the end. They are drilled towards the end, but not too far near the end. They do feel safe when you put the wire through. So it was simply a tiara technique. So just wrapping round till I've got enough to make a wrapped loop, and then we can set this aside and wait for the bead to be finished. I thought I'd start with something that wasn't the bead, so I didn't feel too under pressure. Oh, mummy. Right, okay, simple wrapped loop. Everybody's got their own way of doing those, but okay.
Yeah.
Wrapped it round a couple of times, and then I'm just going to snip off the end. Now these are wonderful. I don't know if anybody got these the other day. I'm sure lots of people did, because they sold out. These are the long nose ones, and they are amazing. I love them because I've got really bad hands, and I can get good grip on those to really do a good squidge. Okay, so that's that one finished, just simply like that. Just nothing spectacular, just giving it a chance to dangle.
Lovely.
Okay?
Yes.
Right.
I mean, single figures, by the way, for that kit. Check out those baskets. Do not miss out.
No,
honestly.
Gosh, you've got so many people up there. Becky.
Yeah.
Why do they leave it in their baskets? I don't understand. Just get it.
Preaching to the choir, my love. Preaching to the choir.
Well, I know, but then, I've been a customer until very recently, and I don't understand why you have to tell people to take it out their baskets when it's so beautiful. They obviously wanted it, otherwise they wouldn't put it in there. Right, I'm just now unwrapping from Transit, she said, this piece of wire that I've twisted. Wind me up in a minute when I've got this off. There we go. That was just for Transit. Right, now Becky, us wire workers, we're funny like that. We never measure anything. So the measurement for this, everybody, is from my desk to my cupboard. Okay.
And how far is that to the rest of the world, Frankie?
You want a standard measurement?
Yeah, go on then.
Mix
it up, Frankie, I say.
It's about 5 feet.
That's a lot, isn't it?
Give or take, it is a lot.
But
there you go.
Made easy peasy with these, right?
Made definitely easy peasy with those. If you've got the other ones, the disc ones, and you see how long it is. If you've got the disc ones, it's okay, but I have never managed, and it's probably just me that's can't cope.
Long this, isn't it, Frankie?
It is long. I say it's 5 or 6 feet.
5 foot?
Yeah.
That's longer than 5 foot.
Well, it's 5 or 6 feet, I'd say.
I was going to say it's taller than me.
It's as much as you can manage, and you'll see what happens in a minute. But yes, on those little disc ones, I can't manage to do a long length, so I needed those, and they're just amazing.
Well, you've got your opportunity to get your hands on them right now. These are your 6-inch of your twisted pliers. So you've got a set there. Obviously, yours are the larger ones,
I've got
aren't
the
they?
larger ones. I've got the smaller ones as well at home, but I use the large ones because I tried Rachel's trick,
technique,
and it's absolutely amazing because, as I say, I have to have my hands injected every year for my arthritis, and I just cannot close them when it's got wire in. So I just poke it through the hole, fasten it on the desk and twist, and they're just amazing, absolutely amazing.
So simple to use, it really is. And this is the effect that you can get. Now this is obviously just with 2 pieces of wire, but you can do 3 pieces, 4 pieces, 5 pieces. You could do so many more pieces, as you can see on the talk actually of this necklace as well. As you can see over here, how many have you used on that one?
There'll probably be about 6 or even 8, because what I did a long length and then doubled it and then doubled it, so it's probably 6 or 8 pieces. But it's still lovely and smooth, and it makes a nice effect.
It's beautiful, isn't it? All you have to do with these is you'll simply move this section back, pop your wire through, lock it into place by just pushing the handles together, and then you'll feel them click in. And then, yeah, we can see the VT if you want.
Yes, it's a pull.
Yeah, go on then. So you can see we're moving it backwards. You move the arm out. And then we're going to place the wire through that section. And while she's doing that, I'll let you know the price. Price today. It's just £14.95 for this, that's all. All you have to do is, you don't have to stroke the wire, I presume, but but you can if you wish. We'll just keep holding the wire for a little bit. Then you just pop it through, as you can see, it goes through the teeth into that loop there. You just click those arms into place, like so, and then pull back that silver section there, and that's what kind of keeps the arms in place, as it were. And then you really simply just pull back the silver section at the end. The whole thing will twirl, and that's how it twists your wire. She's doing it really slowly there. Hang on, I think she speeds up it a bit. Let's have a look. There you go, a bit better. You can do lengths and lengths in tiny time.
Yeah.
Really can. £14.95 for you today. Get it whilst you can.
It's essential, really, I think.
Love.
Okay, so from my desk, 5 or 6 feet. Okay, and then the other essential tool I found for this, you need a mandrel which is conical. And the only one I had at home that I thought would work was the do you call this the maxi wire cone?
Yeah.
And because you can actually fasten your wire into there, it's really good. Somebody else might come up with a different conical shape mandrel. I couldn't think of one, but I'd like Mr. Wycombe to invent a long one so I can do these sorts of beads more often. Okay, so I'm just going to put a little loop to put through there just to hold it so I can cut it off at the end. Okay?
Yeah.
So it's exactly the same with the twisted wire as it is with any other. So I'm going to put my finger behind it to begin with to set it off. And I'm going to just run it round and run it round and run it round. It's good TV, that, isn't it? Okay. But you have to really try and keep it tight, because obviously as you're winding and then you let it go, it will uncoil, and what you need to have it is really quite tight. When it gets to a certain position, I turn it round and then I wind it this way.
Okay.
And that gets a bit quicker. It doesn't matter if 1 or 2 of the loops go on top of each other. That actually doesn't matter. It all sorts itself out in the wash. So just round and round and round and round and round. Don't let your wire kink. It will if it can. I'm keeping it this side, Becky, so it doesn't get you in the eye.
You're a love.
No.
That's thoughtful, that is.
I know. I thought, shall I get her or shall I not? No, perhaps not this week, because it's our... Well, I was going to say our first week together, but it's our first full week together.
Second week together, isn't it?
Yeah, but anyway. So I'm nearly there, guys. Winding, 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 winding.
I have got a wax wire comb coming up for you in a little bit.
That'll
Stay
be good.
tuned.
That'll be good. So I'll say, as you get to the bottom, it doesn't matter if they go off a bit. then you can see how it's used up.
Yeah.
It's caught hold of the other. Oh, sausages. There you go. It's caught up with most of that wire. But if I'm feeling I've got to the bottom, wind round a few times and then pull really tight. And you see,
it kind of shrinks up.
It sort of shrinks up a little bit. Can you see that? It's
so it's shrinking up
there,
I see.
So I can get all of that, whatever it was, 5-6 feet on there.
Fab.
Okay?
Yeah.
Now, how am I going to make it into a bead, Becky?
I don't know, you tell me.
Shall I?
Go on. Or else we'll be here all day.
I know, I'm sorry.
If I have to tell you. I won't be able to work any of it out.
Chop off the end bit. Okay. Make sure you get the right bit. I cut the wrong bit then. Then I would, wouldn't I? Because it's live TV. Come off. Wax Y-cone. There you go. So now I've got a little bit at the end that I'm going to just uncoil a little bit. Because I'll need that in a tick. I can see what people mean about working down at a different angle. There we go. Just a little bit that's loose, then I can take it actually off.
Okay.
And because I really pulled it tightly, and as you can see, there are 1 or 2 coils that went across each other, but that doesn't matter. Because I pulled it really tight, it hasn't uncoiled too much. So that's exactly what we want. Okay?
Yeah, I see.
All right.
Fab.
So now the next bit is to, I'll cut off this end because this is going to catch on me. I don't need that little bit, but I do need the bit at this end. And I'm going to get some of my, I got 0.8 in this as well. Wasn't I lucky?
Don't forget you've got 10 metres worth
10
in that
metres,
kit, which is at the bottom of your screen. I have got a handful left. That is it. Not the time to be messing around if you want over £17 worth of saving. I can't get over it. Handful left. That's it. It's going to be a sellout. Do please get your hands on it ASAP. WRGC24 is that code for you, and you've got the 10 metres of the 0.8 with that 100 metres of the 0.4 and the chartreuse wire in there, as well as those stunning gemstones.
Yeah. So now we have to poke this up. So we need this to be the small end nearest the Y-cone end. Okay. So that goes through. Don't forget to do that before you start winding, otherwise you'll get really cross with yourself.
Okay.
I speak from experience. There we go. So I'm going to put my little loop in again and thread this through the. So now we're working on the 0.8, as I said. And I'm going to just do perhaps 3 coils like this. Okay, like so. You see that? And then I'm going to gather up where I was, and this little bit that I pulled out loose, I'm going to wrap that round at the top, so it holds. And I'm even going to give it an extra squidge with my new wonderful pliers.
Good.
Right.
Those pliers were a sellout, I'm afraid.
Yeah, I'm sure they were, but I'm sure you'll get them back, and I'm sure everybody that's bought them's loved them. And you know, when it's your turn to get them because they are brilliant. They give you so much more. I like the little ones as well, but they give me a lot of leverage because my hands, as I say, don't work terribly well all the time.
Yeah.
Okay, so now let's hope I've fastened it down enough, Becky.
It looks like you have. I've got faith.
I need to start it winding round now. Come on, you are going to go round.
That's it, it's going.
Is it?
Yeah, you can see that. Oh yeah. So you are Wags Y-coning, a Wags Y-cone.
I am. And they can't touch me for it. Can you see that, everybody? I just think it's magic. I have to say, I didn't invent this. I found it in a book and it was fabulous. But I thought it just suited. Now, when you get to the bottom, okay, I'm going to go around, I don't know, 3 or 4 more times with my 0.8 wire just to give myself a little bit at the bottom. Like so. And I'm going to cut it off. I'm going to leave myself a little bit, it's probably about 1.5 inches, 2 inches, because I'm going to put a little coil on there. Right, so that's what we've got.
If you do wish to get your hands on a wax Y comb, now's your opportunity to do so. It's not the maxi one that I have, but it is the original. It's the standard original. So you would be able to do this effect very similarly to this.
Yes, you'd probably be able to do a small one, very small one. Yeah.
So this is your original size. It is made in the UK by a gentleman who came up with the idea, and it is essentially just a tool that is so simple, but is so essential. Every guest designer has all of these pretty much. It's so easy to use. You've seen the effects you can create. Your imagination is the only limitation with this. Your Wax Y Comb original tool today is just $7.95. That's it. It's good, isn't it?
It's wonderful.
Such an easy tool to use.
It is. And it's really nice in your hand to hold it. It feels sturdy, and then you can really pull on the wire, and then you finish up with a bead like this, which I think is just ever so pretty. I haven't tried it with thicker gauges, but I'm sure it will be lovely with thicker gauges. I can imagine it being really nice as well with some of our lower gauge already twisted wire.
Yes, the 0.4 already twisted.
I'm going to practice that next time. So I've cut my little loop from here, and then I can take that out and take the bead off, and miraculously it stays. Thank goodness for that.
Gorgeous, isn't it? It's like a little Christmas tree that would be beautiful around Christmas.
Actually,
but it's almost like a little Chinese lantern, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is actually. Yeah. And the thing is, obviously, if you have got a longer mandrel tube, you know, the sort of the conical tube, if it was longer, you can make beads that are much longer than this. You'd need anything from 6 to 10 feet of wire to do that, but you need a longer. I couldn't work out how to. Well, I said earlier I couldn't find anything that was longer than that, but this was enough for what I needed today. So I'm just going to trim a little bit here. Okay, and then I'm going to, that's still a little bit long. I probably need about an inch and a half.
Okay.
Off there, and then I'm going to give it a little twiddle. A ubiquitous curl. And if you remember me being on last week, Becky, I said to people last time, if they couldn't get the circles quite round, if it was good enough for Rachel Norris, it was good enough for me. Well, she did that exact thing. So I felt really vindicated. Rachel actually did it in our show.
She did.
So I thought, right, it's not just me wimping out. So now I'm just going to make a little coil. And again, this plier is so good for that. You can get a really good grip. Twisty round. And then place it somewhere where it will go and sit nicely, like so. Just finishes it off. And then the last little bit for this is another piece of this wire.
Which is the 0.8.
This is the 0.8 again. And what I found through experience was not starting at the top, but starting at the bottom. Because I couldn't make it tight enough if I started at the bottom. So I needed to have, yes, if I started at the top, sorry, if I started there and made a small cut, I couldn't work it out. So I used my lovely baling pliers. I was on this one, I believe, the third one.
Yeah.
I think lots of people are beginning to get these now. They really are useful when you've got them. I'm going to use this next to the largest.
Okay.
And just make a rack loop.
Looping that around.
Yeah, make a wrap loop. Go all the way around.
Yeah.
It's not going to show because it's going to be inside. You just need to make a loop, and it needs to be big enough, obviously, that it doesn't fall through the coil that you've made at the bottom. Switch that off. Give it a little rock, and a squidge.
Love a good rock and squidge.
Yeah,
do.
rock and a squidge. Yeah, sounds good. So if it's got to be big enough so that it doesn't fall through your fall through the hole at the bottom, because that's quite large as you get down the Y cone. So then we've got the bottom and we need to do the top. So it's exactly the same sort of thing. I'll make this with my round nose pliers this time, just to show you can. So this gives you something to hang it from. Wrap round and round and round.
Yeah.
Straighten it up. Chop it off. Phew! Becky?
Yeah?
I just made a bead. Thank you, everybody.
You did it!
I know, I must admit, I was when I did it at home, I thought, why am I putting myself through this? But there we are, it's finished. And so then all we had to do was hang the little brazier light on the end. And I think I probably did that then, you know, but you could, I've already wrapped it now and I forgot to leave, anyway, you know how it's supposed to go. It's actually fastened straight onto the big loop, look. But you could use it. Can you see that? I wrapped it straight on.
Yeah, I can see straight wrapped onto it.
But as you do when you're doing things like this, you sometimes forget. But that's the bead, and that's that. Okay.
Wonderful, lovely jubbly. What section's next, Frankie?
Right. Well, the next bit is the other thing I decided to put myself through. Was this lovely little Celtic knot. Do you want to point it out? I just thought it was so pretty. Again, I didn't make it up. I found it in a book, but I just thought it was so pretty. And do you want to just show it on the bracelet as well, Becky? Sorry, thank you, Ben. If you just show it on the bracelet, look, it's just one little knot, and I just think that is so dainty, don't you?
Really, yeah.
It's really pretty.
Yeah.
So we'll attempt to make that then now.
Attempt
Yes.
to. Well, you've done it before a few times, so I've got full faith in you.
A few times.
Just to let you know, everybody, honestly, just check out your baskets, please, on that kit for me. Wags Wycombe, I've got plenty of, so if you want it, get your hands on it now. What have I got coming up next, love? Hang on, we're thinking about it. Beautiful. So let's get started on this then.
Okay. Well, I've got a coil here that I made at home.
Okay, so that was with your gizmo.
With my gizmo, it was. And I've got the deluxe gizmo at home that's got the bigger wires and the mandrels and the smaller mandrels. And I made this one with the 0.8 on the largest mandrel. Okay.
I've got the gizmo coming up. It could be in the clearance section. It might be, it might not. I'm not at liberty to say, but it might be.
There you go.
Disappointed if it wasn't now, wouldn't it? Oh, you'd feel upset, wouldn't you? It is.
Becky, you're a terrible tease.
I know, I'm mischievous, aren't I? Mischievous.
You're a terrible tease. Right then, so it's just an ordinary coil, I'd say, on the largest of the gizmos, and I'm going to use my thumb really to count, and it's a long way away from here, so I'm going to count 6. 6 seem to be the optimum, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm just going to check myself. 2, 3, 4, 5, another 1, 6. 6, I'm being precise, because they're going to wind inside each other. That's why I said, why do I put myself through this? Okay, once you've found your 6, I rock it back on itself so I can cut it off.
Okay.
Okay. And I started with that actual join, or rather where there had been a join. I started with that underneath. So in fact, if you were to count it up, there'd be actually 5 coils, not 6, but we count 6 on top.
Got you.
Okay.
Got you. Yeah.
So we do it again, that's not very neat. Put the join at the bottom and then count again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, that's right. And bend it back. I think you saw that, did you? Just bend it back like that. Yeah. See? And then you can cut it off. Right. Put that out of the way and tidy it up a little bit. Here, they say, is the tricky bit. Now, you know how when you've got a key on a key ring, it's a split ring and you have to sort of wind it round. Well, that's what we do with this. So
that's how they kind of hug each other, don't they?
Yes, it sort of hugs, and that's how it makes the shape. So I just need a little start, but not much, because it's got to go back.
Okay.
So I've literally just tipped that back a little bit.
Okay.
It's so tiny. Can you see that? Yeah, just a little bit. Look.
Little kick back.
Little kick back, and then I'm going to start winding onto the other one. And I suggest that you remark to yourself which way you're winding, because if you sort of stop in the middle, or some of the phone goes or whatever, somebody's quite likely to stop you in the middle, and then you'll forget and you'll wind it off. Have you ever done that with your key?
I've done that before, yeah.
So far it's going quite well. Okay, cross your fingers. Now, when it's getting to this point, I've got a couple of coils left. I hope I can show this to you.
Got you.
Which way round? You can see here, it's just trying not to go into the hole.
Yeah, it is.
Have you got that? Yeah. Sorry, can I twist it round a bit better?
Go on.
Don't know me left from me right on the screen.
Oh, me neither. Sad.
Hang on, let me get it right there, and then...
Yeah, I can see that.
You can see it now. It doesn't want to go in. So then you have to start saying, you are going to go in.
Right.
Okay.
Is it important that you say that out loud?
And you have to say it out loud,
Okay.
and you have to say it with conviction,
Okay.
Becky, because if you don't, then the darn thing won't go through.
Get you.
So I said it with real conviction then, because I'm sweating and my mouth's going dry,
Yeah.
but in fact it's going through.
Good.
So I'm nearly there.
You will go through.
You will go through. Just get through the hole. No problem.
Got to show that wire who's boss, haven't you? Really. Wire can take liberties sometimes, I find. Mischievous.
This one's trying to.
Oh, I'm not having any of that. You're not either, are you, Frankie?
No, I'm not. Definitely not. I'm going to do me Vicky Mummy look. Wire?
Are you winding that the right
No,
way?
I'm winding it the right
Look
way.
at that.
And it's done. I need another ta-da.
Ta-da!
Okay, so when we've done that, we have to just sort of decide to squidge it up a little bit, because we've opened it all along. Okay, and then we need another piece of our wire.
The 0.8 again.
0.8, yeah, just a small piece this time, because we need to put a little what's it called, a joiner, a little joiner piece. So what do you call that? A link. That's the one.
Right.
A link.
Okay, yeah.
A link. So I'm going to make a wrapped loop, but I'm going to be quite precise with my wrapped loop now. I'm going to do, because that will show. The last one that I was doing didn't show, but this one will. So I'm going to twist it round. I've left enough wire to twist round on my wrapped loop twice.
Okay.
So that's got that there.
Got you.
Trim that off. Give it a rock. So then I finish up with the usual lollipop shape.
Got you.
Okay, well, it's not very straight. It's magnified on the telly, isn't it?
It is, yeah. That's why people say you look better in real life.
Oh, right. Am I magnified on telly?
Right. 40 times magnification.
I can't be 40 times bigger, Bex. No, sorry, I can't.
Sad, that, isn't it?
It's not very good.
It's tough, that. It's a bitter pill to swallow when you start meeting people at workshops and they say to you, oh, you do look better in real life. I.e., you look horrible on telly. You look awful on TV. I've had that so many times. So many times. It would be worse the other way around, though, I always think. You know, if someone saw you in real life and was like, oh my gosh!
I like you on the telly, you look rubbish in real life.
Yeah, on telly! You look average, but in real life, oh my goodness, no. So, at least it's good that way around, isn't it?
It is, yeah. Right, now the next agility piece, You need to go through stop now, don't start me off. You need to go through where the two rings meet.
Hang on. So where?
I'm needing to go through here.
Right.
So give me a chance to fiddle while I find it.
Okay.
Talk amongst
Tell you what,
yourselves.
whilst you're fiddling,
Yeah, do
I'll
something
bring
else.
you a beautiful bundle bargain, shall I?
please.
025, 100 metres, discuss.
Oh, useful, very useful. Can I discuss and fiddle this? I don't know.
Oh, sorry, you can't.
No,
discuss and
seriously,
fiddle.
no, it's lovely. I know you like winding with it, and so do I. It's really good to weave with. It's just pretty on its own as well.
Gorgeous, isn't it? I love 025, 100 metres worth, because realistically you do want a little bit extra when you're working with the 025, because it can take up a smaller space.
Yes, it
when
does.
you're actually weaving with it, you know, you need more of it. I absolutely adore 025. You know it's going to go through everything as well. You're not going to struggle with this with things like pearls. Very, very unlikely. It's just a wonderful tool, a wonderful piece of kit. I'm also bringing to you 2 tools.
Oh, wonderful.
Have you got the comfort grips?
Yeah, I have. I've got
Have
a
you?
couple of them, yeah.
Talk to us about the comfort grip pliers. When we say the comfort grip, we're talking about the handle. So it's got more squidge to it. It's a bit more ergonomically designed to the hand. Talk to us about that. If
Well,
you've got them.
as I said earlier, I've got arthritis in my hands. My thumbs are not good at all, and so anything that helps me sort of to grip or to cut or whatever is useful. And so the comfort grips literally do sort of cushion my hands while I cut.
Yeah, and that's really important, obviously.
Absolutely.
Especially if you're making a lot of jewellery. I have got here your side cutters. These ones are really lovely, actually, because you can get into those sort of nooks and crannies. It's wonderful as well for making, say, your earring hooks, because you can leave a flat space, or you can have it as a pin space on those ones. You've also got your comfort grip round nose
They look
pliers.
really nice. I like the look of those.
Yeah, do you?
Yeah, I do. I'm liking the look of those.
They have a really nice precision point on these, which are absolutely wonderful, meaning you can create very, very small, intricate, tiny loops, but then obviously using the base, you can have larger as well. So I have got here both your 5-inch pliers, both with your comfort grip, one of the snips, one of the round nose, and I've got 100 metres worth of 025. Your price today is not. That's good, isn't it?
That's very good.
That's really good.
Good.
We're taking it apparently to, and I quote, a crazy price. Crazy. That is crazy. Are you joking? Get on the phone now. Even, basically, by the wire, get the pliers free.
No.
I can't believe this. £9.95.
That's 2 tools, Becky.
That's amazing, isn't it? And we know the price of tools, don't we? We know when you're out there. I've been, you know, I like to have a good nosy around at the shops and the craft shops and things. Pliers with added features such as the comfort grip, you can easily be paying £10, £15 for them, can't you?
Easily, definitely.
Per pair.
Oh yes, yeah, not for the pair, for each.
No, each
set
one.
of tool.
Each
yeah,
set.
Each tool, yeah.
It's astonishing, isn't it?
is. And you get all that wire. Buy it.
No brainer.
No brainer.
No brainer, that is. It's £9.95. I'm absolutely astonished. Pete, one word to describe that amazing price.
Amazing!
Not astonishing then.
One word to describe that amazing price.
Amazing.
Wow. Do you know what I love about Pete? It's like a storm of ideas going on there. Amazing. You're right. It is amazing. Thank you, Pete. £9.95. There's loads of you getting your hands on this. What's your impression today, Pete?
It's going to be Forrest Gump today.
Forrest Gump today. Yes. Pete's impressions today will be Forrest Gump. Stay where you are to tune into that. I've got a bit of a queue on the phone. We'll be with you in just over a minute. Do not worry, it's an absolute bargain at that price. What a dealio, £9.95. Lovely jubbly. Beautiful. Love that,
I did twiddle it through while you were
well
talking.
done, you twiddles.
So
Good work.
thanks for covering
No problem, love. It's what I'm here for.
the fact we're saying stuff nothing to do. Anyway, yes, I digress. So I've now stuck my piece of metal through my
The
twisted.
0.8 wire
Yes, it's
through
my
those
yeah,
twisted.
through the twist. Can you see? It sort of reminds me of the wool sign, does it? You know, that sort of, you know, to show that it's actually wool. You know, when it's like that, does it? You?
No.
Anyway, again,
I've got to be
I
honest, it
digress.
doesn't.
Okay, fair enough.
But
I'll go
it
back
does.
to-
Apparently, my director was thinking the same thing.
Was she? Well, thank you, Helena. Well, that's the producer, isn't
Yeah.
it? Who's the director?
Ryan.
Thank you, Ryan. I'm glad Ryan's on my side. Okay. So now I just need to make my wrap loop at the other side.
Okay.
Now, sometimes it doesn't matter whether they point the same way or not. So you can just start them where you like.
Okay.
But these do need to be the same way. So I look that this one is pointing up to me, and so I can roll away and then roll forwards. So I'm going to be making my loop in the same direction. I hope that makes sense. Leave myself room to do 2 wraps.
Oh, Frankie, I'm
What,
not being
darling?
funny, but you have just unleashed a can of worms in the gallery now.
Have I? What
You
worms
have
are
just
those?
opened some old wounds, I think.
Oh dear, what's that?
Ryan, apparently, when he was at uni, went for a job at some form of wool factory and didn't get the job.
Oh.
Edinburgh Wool Mill turned him down.
Sorry, Ryan.
Oh, that is... You,
Do you know, Ryan, they didn't know how well you shake a stick. That's the thing.
shake a stick?
Yeah, I hope everybody else knows what I mean. Yeah, when he was on with Carol a lot,
Yeah.
she used to say, well, I think it's still one of her sayings, we've got as many whatevers as you can
Shake
stake
a
a stick
stick
at.
at.
And Ryan used to come out with his stick and shake the stick. Is that not right? I'm sure it was, Ryan.
Was that you, Ryan? He's not owning up to it.
Okay, fair enough. Well, you should, because it was lovely. I used to love watching you do that. I've missed you since you've not been out here.
Oh, Ryan, come out in the break and shake your stick, will you? Come on. Make Frankie's day, would it?
I must say that sounded, let's pass on, because that didn't sound how I wanted it to sound at all.
I don't know what you mean, Frankie.
Oh
I
dear.
haven't got a clue what you mean, love.
No, it's a bunch of twigs, it was.
Yeah, a bunch of twigs.
I think it was just after Christmas it started, when you'd got the silver twigs.
Mm-hmm.
Right, while I've been doing all that nonsense, I've also finished this piece of wire work,
It's
which is
beautiful.
why I'm here.
Which is... Oh, I'm fine.
Oh dear, you
Oh my
all
God.
right?
Oh,
Are you okay?
just choking on my emotions. I need to let you know that I have got like 80% of my stock is completely gone. So please get in quick for
I
that.
hope you were passing out with emotions, because my wire work's so wonderful. Is that what it was?
Yeah, that's
Right,
exactly what it was.
So there we are. So after you've done that, it's a matter really with this necklace then of fastening the bits together, because the 2 beads are the same at either side, and then it's mostly these ones. And as I say, I just think this is so pretty as a connector on it in its own right.
I love it, just a little bracelet.
Just as the bracelet.
I
yeah.
said to you earlier, didn't I, that, you know, less is more.
Absolutely.
And this, to me, this bracelet, if I pop this on, this just, to me, looks like one of those really high-end, really fashionable, you know, sort of 70, 80 pound pieces to me, maybe even more. Do you know what I mean? It's got that really high-end look to it. But at the end of the day, this probably cost you to make
Hardly pence even.
penny. Yeah, pennies.
Hardly that.
Oh, yeah. £9.95 on those pliers. If you want them, you've got to be quick though, because I've got about 10 left. That's it. So how have you? So you've simply attached this onto the lariat chain there.
Yes, I have to admit, because it's designer inspiration, you know, we can actually add findings sometimes, because there weren't any findings in the kit. So I decided to use the silver findings with this kit, and so it's just the one of your ordinary silver kits that findings packs that
Findings
I had
packs.
in the
Fab.
drawer, and yeah, I just thought it went really nicely with those, and I just made my own hook and eye at the back.
That's wonderful.
That's nice.
Thank you so much for showing us both of those. We
You're
got
welcome.
through it.
We did. Have we finished that?
Yeah, woo! Already. I've had a couple of texts in for you.
They're
Keep
nice.
sending your texts in today for the lovely Frankie. It can be jewellery making related, or it might not be.
Oh.
For example, the zoo question I asked earlier on.
Oh no, that's not come back to haunt me, has it? Oh no, it's just you.
No, you're all
is it?
good. No, it's just me. Great show, inspirational new designer. Also have they thought of becoming a comedy double act? Well, Diane, actually, yeah, we have.
Yeah, we have.
What
Two
are we going to be
Northerners together? I don't know.
What should we be called? Just Frankie and Becky. Ryan, I was thinking a bit more interesting.
We'll have to think about
We'll
that.
think about
We'll
it,
think
but
about
thank you, Diane. Yeah, that's a good idea. We could do a little comedy show. What's your favourite joke, Frankie?
I don't know any clean ones.
Oh, okay then. I've got one from Louise. Hi, ladies. Frankie, your work is amazing and you're so calm and professional. Lou, do you have a Crow workshop?
Oh, thank you, Lou. Oh, bless. Yes, she was at the workshop with me. I was just about to do my, my screen test, and I was a bit worried about it. And she said, "Oh, you'll be fine." So she had the whisper before I actually came on air. So that's nice. Thank you, Lou.
Lou, that's
great.
really lovely. Thank you for messaging in. Let's squeeze in another one before the break, shall we? This one is from Anonymous. Well done, Frankie. First of many inspirational hours.
Oh, how lovely. That's really sweet. Thank you, Anonymous.
Thank you very, very much for getting in touch with us. After the break, guess what?
Don't know.
Guess what it is?
Can't read your mind. Oh, it's a clearance. Yeah, there's always a clue. Sorry.
There's a little clue there.
It is big enough on the screen over there.
Yes. You don't have to read my mind when it's written in front of you, do you, Frankie?
Probably not, Becky, no.
We have got more of the lovely Frankie after the break too, with another one of her designer inspirations. I've got clearance coming up for you, loads more goodies. Lovely Pete's impression. Why would you want to go anywhere? See you after this.
Jewellery Maker are having a web exclusive sale on 925 sterling silver. Head over to our website now and take advantage of up to 75% off. All stock must go, but be quick because if you miss it, you'll miss out.
Welcome back to Designer Inspiration and welcome to our clearance haul power. I'm so excited! I've got absolutely loads and loads and loads of clearance for you now. Now, why are we doing clearance? Why not? Essentially, it's because we are trying to get a little bit of space in our warehouse for loads of goodies that are coming on board, getting ready for our Christmas season. Now, in the workshop, we have these huge, like vats, if you will, huge boxes in the warehouse. Sorry, not the word. In the warehouse, these huge boxes, and every single box has a different one of the products in. So you could have an absolute pile of one strand, but then you might just have one or two of another strand. But it doesn't matter how many you have; they all still have to go in these huge boxes. Now, our boxes are full at this moment in time, and we have got a shipment coming in a matter of days. So we are going to be doing some very naughty clearance deals. This is your chance to get your hands on an absolute bargain of a deal. Let's get started, shall we? I have got for you, on this side, there's nothing in there. I have, what's it supposed to be? Like pokes. I've got my helping hands here, and I've got my toolkit, just to let you know it was in 9. I have got for you such a collection and a serious selection today. This is our helping hands and your large toolkit. You're not going to believe the price of this. Now, helping hands, if you don't know what it is, sometimes referred to as handy Andy, and essentially it is just a device that will help you really easily hold your pieces in place. It will help you during the making process. You've also got this area of magnification, which means, you know when you got those seed beads and they're really fiddly sometimes, aren't they? Really small and you can't really see them. It's all right, just pop down the magnifying glass and you'll be able to see it so much better. Whoop, see, look at that. Whoa, that's science, that, isn't it? And you've also got your little bulldog clips here. Now these are perfect for holding your strands in place. So do you ever get that point where you're stranding on and someone knocks on the door and you think, oh my days, and you go to put your strand down and it's like your gemstones just all of a sudden they're like, yes, we're free, and they kind of like dash around and like and down the back of your sofa and stuff like that. You don't have that problem with this because you could just lock your strand into place with the 2 bulldog clips, go answer the phone, do your thing, whatever it might be, and then you've still got it there in the right place. No fighting around for your gemstones. You can put this at different angles. There are certain techniques as well. In fact, was it Deborah Rudge that we had on who did a beautiful technique of twisting and swirling and spiraling and creating these gorgeous shapes, and she said that this tool was imperative for that. You wouldn't have been able to do it without this tool. So any really intricate effects that you want to be able to create, you can with this. Have you tried to do something before and it's just not gone right for one reason or another? Perhaps this is that missing link. Perhaps this is what you need to create that look. So this is your helping hands that we have here. We've also got your Jewellery Maker large toolkit now. If you haven't got your hands on this yet, this is your opportunity. Ooh. Each of them having that ergonomically designed handle to them. Each one of these with that comfort grip effect to them. Should we go through everything? Let's have a little shimmy through, shall we? Starting over here. I've got your round nose pliers, perfect for making loops. We've seen lovely Frankie do the wrap loops with these earlier on. You've then got over here, you have got your grip pliers, and these are for closing up your crimp covers. Yep, so these are your crimp bead covers. This is great because if you've got a crimp bead, so you know your conical crimp itself, you can keep the shape but make it workable with these. It's brilliant, especially if you're working with 925. You've also then got your flat nose pliers, perfect for, no we have not. Tell you something a bit. I've got the flat nose pliers, which are perfect for the squidging that we've seen earlier on. These are great for flattening out your wire as well. Underneath then you've got your measurer, perfect for helping you with graduation. You've got your snips, which you can use on, say, your beading thread. Moving along here, we've got what I call Doctor Who sonic screwdriver. It's not his technical name though. We have got here your file and file holder. So you'll see under here there's a packet, loads of different shapes of files. These actually fit in here. You just unscrew the base, and then you can pop the different ones into the top. So that means that if perhaps you've got a bit of a burr on your wire, your earring wire, your shepherd hook, you can actually just file that down so it's nice and smooth. Even if you're working with perspex and you need that high shine curve to it, you can use that as well. Lots of different shapes in there to get into nooks and crannies. You've then got your oar. I've got your chain nose pliers as well in here. Great for the squidges, great for getting into the nooks and crannies. And finally, you've got your snips. All of this comes to you in our jewellery maker holder. Oh, and I forgot the tweezies in the middle. You've got your tweezers and your scoop as well. So your large toolkits, we know the price normally, don't we? It's £15.95 for that kit alone because it's the large one. Your price today should be, of course it should, because this is £15.95, isn't it? So all of this together should be £20.90. Now this is a clearance deal. If you need to get your hands on another set of tools, if you've not worked with the Handy Andy before, now is your opportunity, it truly is. This toolkit by itself, £15.95. Your price for both is £11.95 for you today on all of that. What do you think, Frankie?
That's amazing, because I'm sure I paid more than that for the Handy Andy on its own at one point.
It's amazing, isn't it?
To get the kit as well, it's fabulous.
It's astonishing, isn't it? It truly, truly is. Clearance deal for you today. You might already have our small toolkit. That's absolutely fine. The fact of the matter is though, you're getting more tools in here. You're getting more bang for your buck. You've also got that comfort grip. So perhaps you have had a bit of an issue working with kind of the original, the smaller size ones of your pliers, especially if you do have dexterity issues. With these ones, you don't have that problem. You can see there, it's ergonomically designed for you to get your fingers and your thumb into that nook, which, let's face it, especially with your wrong nose, is really, really important to get in there. You've then got this ergonomic design, which is a bit chunkier than usual on the smaller one, and it just fits beautifully along the sides of your hands, which means that you can work for these time and time again, especially if you're making, say, for a craft stall and you need to make a lot, then this is going to be absolutely perfect for that, because it's not going to be as hard on your hands. It's just not. It all comes to you in this little lock case as well, which means it's so simple to carry. It's really easy. When I first got my hands on some tools for a different medium, but it was still kind of make related, creativity related, I bought all of the tools I needed separately. They all came in one pack, but they were all separated. Well, that's an absolute nightmare, because how do you carry them around? I keep losing bits of it time and time again. There is about 16 of you with it in your baskets today. So do check out those baskets, because that one toolkit, you'll see it now, should be £15.95. Not for you today though. It's a crazy price. I love it. Get it whilst you can. Now, I can't believe I'm about to do findings for you in clearance. Three packs of your rose gold findings. Oh my goodness. This is your clearance rose gold bonanza. The price on this is a shocker. Do you need your findings? Have you got those craft stalls coming up? Have you got Christmas in mind already, and you're planning on making lots and lots for your loved ones, your friends, your family? Oh, my belt's just come off. Well, I'm gonna have to put that back on because I've got my mic pack and everything on it. Woo! Oh, you frisky little desk. Trying to get me belt off. What do you like? I have got the rose gold colouring in here, so let me show you this chain. This chain's wonderful actually, because look at the size on those holes. That means perfect. You'll be really, really easily be able to get things like your lobster claw clasp through. They're dead easy. Or if you want to do a little charm bracelet, you could absolutely. So everything I'm going to show you now, you have to times it by 3 in your head. So I've got a meter's worth of this chain, i.e. I've actually got 3 meters worth. You've got these beautiful head pins which have the starburst effect on them. So they've got that gorgeous star on the ends. That's wonderful, because if you do a little drop earring and they're moving around, maybe you're, you know, running around in work or whatever it might be, you can get this little flash. But also if you do things like your macrame or your kumihimo and you add your gemstones on with the head pins, you can actually have these facing up and they just catch the light so beautifully. You've also got the feather light head pins in here. If you're not sure what they are the super fine head pins. Let me show you. They've got the ball end, but I just want to show you in comparison the thickness of these. So this is our featherlight, and then look at that. Such a big difference, isn't there? Now that means that these you're able to get through your gems of distinction strands, your connoisseur strands, your pearl strands. They're absolutely wonderful, and they're great as well if you just want to create a really delicate twist detail. Super long too, so if you do want to do a little zhuzh on there, then you absolutely can. You've got as well a selection. Per pack you're going to be getting 3, so again times that by 3 in your mind, of the S-clasp extender chains, and these have got your cord ends on them in here with that S-shaped detail, and you've got the extender chain too. We've also going to be getting the toggle clasp. I'm giving you a selection of your toggle clasps. You've got your itsy bitsy teeny weeny toggle clasp with the twisted detail. It is a really small one, and then you get the large drop twisted detail, and you get what I call the moustache toggle clasp as well. Again, not a technical name. This is just a Rebecca Redican spin on things. And you also have those crimps as well, which I'll show you too. So these are the crimps. If you got that large toolkit earlier on, you get a selection of the crimps. You get your normal ball head head pins as well, and you also get those really funky, really fancy ear pieces. Your shepherd's hooks, your really fancy earring detail. You obviously get your actual crimps as well. You get your jump rings too, and you get the spacer balls in this one. So, 3. We know the price of this genuinely, because this is copper on the inside and then that precious metal of rose gold on the outside. That means, oh, and you've got shepherd's hooks with that gizmo detail as well. I forgot about those. 2 pairs of those in each pack. So you've got here something that's strong and durable, which, let's face it, you're gonna want, you're gonna need, but then it's got that gorgeous rose gold luxury over the top. Now, 3 packs, we know the price. Should be £32.85, and that's because this is the 115 piece findings pack, again times that by 3 in your mind, and these are usually £10.95, aren't they, each? Yeah, where's that right? £10.95 per pack, so you're getting 3 of these packs with the organza bags. I'm nowhere near that. Your price today, you're gonna love it. £17! That means these aren't £10.95 each. They're £5.16. That is a corker, isn't it? There are people coming in left, right and centre for these. Get them whilst you can. Hello, Pat. You all right, love? Pat in Menorca's back. Check out those baskets, Pat. I've got Mrs. M. Hello, Mrs. M. Joan, Royce, Kayleen, Elizabeth, Patricia, June, Francis. Oh, you've gone off my screen now. Sorry, guys. There's loads of you out there. Hello, lovely. This is going to... Oh, my goodness. How many have I got, lovely lady? I'm happy to say I've got 105. I'm not happy to say I've got about... what? 30 of them gone by the looks of things already, maybe 40 gone actually already. This is going to be a sellout within the next minute and a half, I would suggest to you. Get it whilst you can, because even if you're new to us and perhaps you're, you know, finding findings, as it were, that's weird. If you're finding findings, trust me on this, You're going to need plenty of them with your jewellery making journey. You really, really are. You're not going to get a price like this again. It's just not doable. It's purely because it's clearance. We had to have a meeting about this beforehand with the management, and they said, okay, yes, we have got a clear space. We've just got a clear space, so we had to do it. We had to drop it to this price. Shouldn't be that price at all. In fact, I can tell you for a fact that as a staff member, I get staff discount. Everyone who works here will get staff discount, of course. If I was to go and buy this at the shop now with my staff discount, I will be paying way more than that. Way more than that. You're getting a better deal than the staff are on this today. £17 for you. Hardly any left. I'm in my last chance saloon. CQGC17 is your clearance rose gold findings packs. 3 packs with 115 pieces in each. Last chance to purchase at £17. It's astonishing saving for you today. So they're not working out at £10.95 per pack. They're working out about £5.16. It's a stunner, isn't it? Really, really stunner. Get it whilst you can. I've got to move on because I've got some more to fit in for you right now. So we are going to... Ooh. Oh, your organza bag. Thank you, Pete. Oh, I feel a bit like a cheerleader. It's clearance. And that's why I'm not a cheerleader. I have got clearance on these organza bags. Oh, I love the gold ones. Now, these are what we will describe to you as a gift bag. Okay, let me show you these. You're getting absolutely loads. I wanted to show you around them, as it were. These are your large gift bags that I've got here. Let's have a look. So each one's going to say on there, genuine, your handmade gemstone jewellery. Every single one of those has this label on there. It doesn't have our logo all around it. Even if I show you the other side, you'll see it's just a black base. It's not our logo, it's not our email address. So you can use these for your own pieces to be able to pass them on as gift bags. You've then got the gorgeous organza itself, which has a flat base, and then at the top you've got your drawstrings, which means that your gift or your piece or that you've sold or made is locked away nice and safely within there. Now, these are your 9-inch bags, so you can see how large they are. Let me give you an idea of the size of these, shall I? Let me squidge them. You're going to be getting 10 of the silver colour, and you're getting 10 of the gold. I'm just getting the silver pack out because I want you to see how many and how much you're actually getting here. You're getting so many, 10 of them in each. This is a massive amount, isn't it? Imagine all of your jewellery lined up in these, giving them away as gifts. Even little favour bags, you know. Little favour bags for weddings and stuff. You're getting 20 bags in total, 10 of the silver. I'm not even finished yet. 10 of the silver. Look at all of this. I know I'm making a right mess now, aren't I? Sauce Pete. Look at all that. 10 of each. That's just the silver colour that you're getting out here, and I've also got the gold, which I just think, isn't that gorgeous, that gold colour? Now, let me ask you something. Have you ever at Christmas been to a really nice, it's generally around Christmas time, go to a really nice like high-end perfumerie, you know, and you get your nice perfume, don't you? And around Christmas they often say to you, would you like that gift wrapped? And you, oh yes I would, I absolutely love that. And generally, gift wrapping involves, a fight with the sellotape, doesn't it? They always fight with the sellotape. It also generally will involve just sort of a piece of nice wrapping paper, don't get me wrong, but it'll have their logo splashed all over it, won't it? And also, the wrapping paper itself generally hasn't been taken into account your colour scheme, has it? Your colour scheme that you've gone for. No, they don't care about that, do they? So all of these presents, beautiful under the Christmas tree, and then there's just that one that has that jewellery shop, where that, perfumery's name splashed all over it. You don't have that issue with these at all. You can give your beautiful handmade pieces wrapped up in a piece of tissue paper or in, maybe even some beautiful pieces of your mica as well in there, and just delicately placed within here. How gorgeous is it at your stall to be able to offer that option of gift wrapping? And all you have to do, a nice little bit of tissue, kept beautifully within here. Charge what? An extra £2 for that? For specialised gift wrapping for a reusable bab? In fact, more than that, because I'm thinking about it now. You know those wine bottle bags that you buy? They're like £2, aren't they? Do you know what I mean? When you're giving a gift, you can't be, who can wrap a bottle of wine? Do you know what I mean? So you get those really long boxes, don't you, that are like £2 a pop. Do you know the ones I mean? And you always get given quite a few of them, but then when it's your time to give them back, you can never find them. It's very strange. I reckon they've got some sort of call device at like the shop that like just recalls them once you've forgotten about them. But they're about £2, and that's just cardboard. I think these are so much nicer. So let's work it out. Let's say we're going to be charging £2 each, okay? So £2 for 20, you know, all right. Good money making opportunities there, especially as the price should be. Did you hear that? The price we're going to. How much is that per one? I've got 20.
Nothing.
Nothing?
Nothing. No.
It's close to nothing, definitely. About how much? Yeah, good. Let's not guess. Good. Let's get that calculator out. Because I'm thinking 35p.
I said nothing. That's nothing really when you think of a bag to wrap something in. There's no way you could buy a paper bag or anything that's as pretty as that for that price. Not at all.
Absolutely not.
No.
I am astonished at that. I truly, truly am. Say you are going to use a little bit of tissue paper and you are going to offer at your Christmas stall or whatever an extra £2 gift wrapping service. People would be chuffed to pay that. This is so much nicer than, you know, just throwing it into a plastic bag, which sometimes we might have to do. Charging an extra £2 for that would be, if I charge £2 for 20 bags, I should be able to work this out, shouldn't I really? £40, that would be £40 worth. So gift wrapping alone, profit-wise, you're making what? £33 just by offering that gift wrapping service. £6.95 for 20 of these is completely astonishing, it really is. And even just as gifts. What were you going to say, lovely Frankie?
I was just going to say, Mark always says that that sort of Christmas time, well, any time for gifts and so on, that the men don't like wrapping, do they? And so if they've got something that they can have it popped into, they'd be really, really pleased.
Absolutely. You're absolutely right. You really, really are. Saves you the hassle. All you've got to do is pop it in, draw it up. You're done, you're dusted. 6.95, I've got to move on because there's loads of those are gone. And do you know what, genuinely, even if you're just giving these as gifts or you're making presents, then now's your opportunity. Pete, can you take these from me, because I don't want to make a mess. Do you want another awkward hug?
All right.
Go on. Well, I can't, because that'd be really awkward.
Right.
Because I've got, take me bags. There you are. You're a love.
Okay.
I'll give you an awkward hug in a bit. Oh, I've just dropped one. If you don't know what an awkward hug is, essentially we were talking yesterday about how a 30-second hug, Gemma and Mark were going to have a 30-second hug, and I said that seemed a bit awkward, that's a long time to be hugging. And then Pete came in and was like, Pete, how long do you think we'll be able to hug without it being awkward? And he said about 5 or 6 seconds. And then we hugged and he couldn't even last that long. It was like 2 seconds before he went, yes, this is awkward now. So, more awkward hugging later. I've got to fit more in, come on, let's do this. Where? Oh, I've got 2 more to fit in for you, cracking. Oh, yeah. Told you my gizmo was coming up, did not let you down. This is your double mandrelled gizmo. Now, we've talked you through exactly how to use this. We've seen today different techniques you can do with that beautiful interlinking. If you want to have a little look, do feel free to have a nosy, because for example, when did I have Rachel on? Because we did a lot of gizmo with Rachel. Sunday it was, wasn't
Sunday,
it? Yeah. It was this Sunday that we had. Have a little look back on our YouTube, because I had Rachel Norris on this Sunday it was, and she showed us how to gizmo coil. It was a really effortless, beautiful demonstration. So have a little look on that to see exactly how to use it, but there's loads on there as well. Come to the little instruction manual too. You've then got your chasing hammer too, which is the one with the ergonomically designed handle. It's got your big wooden handle, which means that when you're hitting this against your steel block to work harden or texture or whatever you might be doing, it means that there isn't any chance of the reverberation just carrying on through that handle, which is wonderful. You've got a dome side to add texture and pitted effect, and then you've got the flattened side, which can give you a flattened effect. It can also change the internal composition of your wire to give it extra strength for you. Your price today should be £19.85. It's not though. What? What? Are you actually? Oh my goodness. We're going under 10. Hurry up. Let's do this. Let's get it in quick before we get told off, because someone's going to cool down otherwise. Oh my goodness. They're stomping around, are they? Oh no. 7. Oh, I look like what does that look like? It looks like that little plasticine. Exactly! Yeah. I look like what Wallace from Wallace and Gromit then, didn't I? Oh, cheese, Gromit. £7.95. I can't get over that.
You trying to take over Pete's job of making
doing impressions? No, I can't. What time are we having Forrest Gump on? He'll be back in a bit. He'll be over in a bit. £7.95 for you today. Loads of you getting your hands on that. I genuinely am absolutely shocked at that price point. I truly am. I'm going to squeeze another one in for you now before the designer inspiration. And this final clearance piece for you now is your DVDs. Now, I know you've been on a fair few of our workshops. Do you own any of our DVDs, Frankie?
Just about most of them, I think.
And what do you think of them?
Oh, I think they're lovely, and even now I'll get them out and have another look, because you forget some of the techniques that you learned sort of last year or even the year before. So it's always good to get them out again.
You're absolutely right.
Yeah.
You're getting loads here as well. Now, at the price point I'm about to do, just be ticking off in your head, do I have that one? Do I have that one? Do I have that one? What I will say is I'm about to bring you, how many DVDs have I got here? 11 DVDs, 2, 4, yeah, it looks like about 11. What I would say to you is, even if you have 2, 3, maybe even 4 of these, the price I'm about to bring you, it's worth getting again. And then my little tip would be, just pop on our Facebook page, the Jewellery Maker Facebook page, maybe which ones you want to do a swap with, because I'm sure there'll be loads of people out there who will just be happy to swap ones that maybe you've got a duplicate of but they don't. And you've got your rings DVD in here. It's a really easy basic introduction to your beautiful rings, but it shows you how to do single stones, how to do clusters, how to do twisted beaded cluster rings as well on there. These are little bits and bobs from that DVD. You've then also got your Viking knit DVD. This is so special for you to use. It truly is, because it tells you right from the beginning how to create looks, going on to quite complex things such as your multicolored weaving, your daisy pendant. It shows you Viking knit rings as well on here, which are oh so comfortable. If you haven't made one before, do, with the help of this DVD. It also shows you triple knit on here too. You've then got your gizmo coiling workshop, which is going to be great. It's the workshop projects. If you've got the previous kit, then this is your time to get your hands on it. You get shown how to do these beautiful rings and so much more. The gizmo coil is one of those tools that I think every single one of our guest designers has, because it's so easy to use, isn't it?
I couldn't live without mine. It comes out just about every time I'm making jewellery somewhere or other. even if it's just to make jump rings in the wire that that you're using. If you haven't got black jump rings, you can just cord yourself a few. It's
and
just
you've got
so
it there.
quick. Yeah.
So quick and easy, isn't it? Then we've also got in here your Viking knit. This is your first edition, so going through the basics, showing you the basic double knit, how to get started and how to finish off your designs as well, which is one that people ask about a lot. We've also got in here your wire work edition 2. This is absolutely beautiful DVD. It's one of our most popular actually, because it shows you how to do that wonderful charm ring, as well as how to do this gorgeous wire wrapped bracelet and cuff that we're looking at here. You're then gonna get your stamping. Now this is wonderful because guess what? I've got stamping coming up for you in a little bit. I've got some blanks in a kit and I've also got some letters for you. This is your stampings DVD, which shows you how to stamp onto the blanks, how to do the bangles, how to stamp into polymer as well. It's a wonderful DVD. You've also got your wire gizmo, and that is your project 1. Now this is to really get you started off. It shows you how to do the flower details, how to finish off your pieces. Again, it's another one we get asked, but it's great just to freshen up and see different people's ways of doing it. The Viking knit edition 3 you have here, so all 3 so far of those Viking knits really to get you going. You get shown how to do a 12 loop Viking knit on this one, as well as many other different pieces. And then lastly, but by no means leastly, your wire gizmo basics, which will show you how to do links. It shows you how to make link necklaces, heart pendants, loads of clasps on here as well. So all of these DVDs for you today. We know that the should be price for all of these is £44.55, because we know that they're £4.95 each, don't we? Honestly, even if you already have 3 of these, get it now, because it's £11.95. That means instead of paying £4.95 per one, with this you're paying just £1.33 per DVD. Frankie, what do you think?
Well, I'm not surprised that you were saying buy them and swap them, because that's incredible, isn't it? For the amount of work that's on there and the ideas. Just to go back to the projects and so on, is brilliant.
Astonishing, isn't it?
It is.
How many of these do you reckon you've got?
I wasn't actually concentrating, I'm sorry, but I think I've got them all. Certainly got all the gizmo ones and whatever, and macrame, and I think I might have not got the rings one, but I think I've got all the rest.
You have. These are flying out, and one thing I will say is that there is a little bit of a queue on the phone. We'll be with you as soon as we possibly can. £4.95 that we've got. That means that how many is this essentially? Helena? Yeah, so if these are £4.95 each, so how many am I essentially getting free? If that makes sense. It's going to be, essentially, it's going to be pretty much yeah, it's like 2.5, isn't it? So let's round it up to 3. Let's say you're paying for these 3. You're therefore getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 free. Buy 2.5 DVDs, but let's be honest, who's buying half a DVD? That's not a thing. So let's round it up to 3. Buy 3 DVDs, get 6 for free.
That's silly when you say it that way, isn't it? That's a bargain.
That is, isn't it?
It's a bargain.
I don't even understand how we managed to do that. What an absolute bargain. And that's what I was saying. Even if you have 3 or 4 of these, it's worth getting your hands on it at that price. You've gone off my screen once, you're heading off my screen again. That means loads of you are coming in. Get your hands on them, swap them on Facebook. Give them as friends' presents. Maybe you do jewellery making parties and you do little games there, and maybe one of your games is there's like a bingo or something like that. You could have this as your gift, as your prize at the end, couldn't you? Maybe some of the replications, ones that you already have. You buy 3, you get 6 free. That's amazing, isn't it? I said you buy 3. That's shocking. Absolutely astonishing. £11.95 for you today. Absolutely love it. EDGC 49, working out just a tiny price. Just over £1. It's amazing, isn't it? Get your hands on it whilst you can. Now, designer inspiration time. You ready, Frankie?
I will be.
Good. How was this kit to work with, love?
Well, if it wasn't any good, it's my own fault, because they did allow me up to look at the vaults and whatever. I got the key there and looked, and I chose what I've got myself. So it was great to work with.
Good. So you get to pick your favourite bits here.
I did, yes.
And you can see the love that you've put into this. You really can. Let's run through exactly what we're getting. So your wire, we're going to be getting 10 metres of your 0.4 in your copper, and you're going to be getting 10 metres of your 0.8 in your antique bronze. You're then going to be getting the blanks. Look. Loads of these we're getting today. It's astonishing to be able to bring you these. I have got 5 of these rounds, which are 35mm, and 5 of the hearts. Sorry, these hearts are 35mm. Your circles are 25mm. So 10 of those in total. You've then got the gorgeous gemstones themselves. Oh. Cubes!
Yes.
Unusual, different.
Yeah.
Why cubes?
I saw them there and I thought they'll be unusual, different.
Yeah.
So yes, that's why I chose those, and I just thought the colour is so pretty, and it went so nicely with the copper and the antique bronze wire. I just thought it was so pretty, so that's why I chose those.
Oh, it's beautiful. You've got here 410 carats worth of this lavender amethyst, and these are 10mm on those cubes. They are really beautiful high shine, aren't they?
They are, and they're really nice to wire up. They're beautiful. They really are nice.
They're stunning. Then you're going to be getting your hands on your, oh, look at these shell pearl. Shell pearl are absolutely wonderful because you have that pearl-like effect and feel to them, but they're much more durable than a pearl in the sense that they're not porous. Also, they won't sort of scratch or scuff or mark as easily as perhaps your usual pearls would. 6mm these ones are today. Lastly, but by no means leastly, 180 carats worth of your multi-coloured agate medium nuggets. They are gorgeous, aren't they? You've got so much banding, so much colour running through these. Oh, wow. Describe them as nuggets, but to me, nuggets are a bit more jackety.
Yeah, they're really smooth.
These are really smooth, beautiful to wear, almost kind of that brushed stone effect, isn't it? It's gorgeous. 9x8 to 13x9mm on these. So this is the collection you're getting your hands on today. You're getting 20 metres worth of your wire, 10 of your 0.4 and 10 of your 0.8. You're then getting 3 strands of your beautiful gemstones with your agate, with your shell pearl, and with those huge amethyst quirls. Quirls? Did I actually just say quirls? Yes, I did. I meant cubes, which is very similar. You've then got your blanks here as well. So you've got your hearts, 5 of these, and you've got your circles as well, your circle blanks, which are the 25mm, 5 of each of those shapes. We're going to be giving you loads of tools to go along with this in a little bit, but for now, let's get the essentials. Your price today should be £29.65. This is designer inspiration. I'm not staying there, of course. Let's drop this down. Your price today for all of this, including those blanks that we hardly ever have, is just £18.95. That's just over £10 worth we're saving here. What do you think of that price, Frankie?
I think it's amazing because, as you say, the blanks themselves, although they're not expensive, they have got a cost. And so when you factor that in and all the gemstones, that's amazing.
Isn't it?
It is, yeah, it's really good.
It's absolutely astonishing for you today at that price. Just over £10 off it today. Designer Inspirations, you've got your Summer Sunshine collection here with those huge amethysts, that gorgeous shell pearl, the agate, 20 metres worth of your wire, and 10 of those gorgeous blanks. Now, I'm heading on over to you, lovely lady.
Okay.
Ready for your second designer inspiration?
Yes, and I've started my challenge. I'm really proud of that.
Good, well done. Oh, I can't, where is it?
No, I've hidden it.
Oh, you've hidden it. Oh, I love a good nosy. What? Yeah, do it. If you can, do it. Sorry, I'm talking to the voices in my head. Sometimes referred to as my producer, Helena. She's dropping that price. I'll be honest with you, the whole reason we're dropping that price is because we've got the blanks in there, which we know are really unusual to have on. So we're thinking, actually, maybe not everyone's tried it before, maybe not everyone's got all the goodies that they need to get themselves started. So we're just dropping the price to get more of you into blanks, because I've got loads of stampers and dappling blocks and loads coming up in a little bit. So we want to get you involved. $16.95, that means you're making over £12 worth of saving. What do you think of that?
Well, yeah, I love I love the actual gemstones, but obviously I put in the blanks and the wire and everything, you know, for me. And well, if I was at home, I'd be buying it. So
how rare is that to get a designer inspiration at that price?
I don't think I've ever seen one that low. Is it
indicative
of how bad I am, or is it?
No, it's not. It's truly not. That's shocking, isn't it?
It is.
I don't think I've seen designer inspiration around that price. We're pretty much generally hitting up around the £26, £27 mark, aren't we, for a designer inspiration kit? Yours today, though, £16.95. Do you know what? Even if you're not going to use the blanks in this, at that price, just for the gemstones themselves and all that wire,
absolutely worth it. Yeah, it's
really is, isn't it?
Yeah.
£16.95 for you. It is a silly low price. It truly is. But your pieces are exquisite.
Thank you.
Did you have fun with these?
I did have fun. Yeah, I did have fun. And again, I've sort of got components that I think people might find interesting to use, you know, in other ways. So
got you.
That's what we're going to have a look at this afternoon.
You've made a really beautiful collection here, and it is very much a collection, isn't it? They do tie in really beautifully together. I've got lots and lots of goodies coming up for you in this next hour, lots of tools that you're going to need to create some of these looks, so I'll bring those. Now's your time to get your opportunity to get your hands on that Summer Sunshine, though. Get it whilst you can. You've got over £12 worth of saving today. Where are we going to start, Frankie?
Well, I thought I would start with the little rosette because that's this one here.
Yeah.
I just love those little rosettes, and you can make them really small. You can make them quite large, and they've got quite a lot of impact. And so I made those because I had the two different colours of wire. I wanted to sort of show how you could mix the metals and it really looked nice together. So I'm going to start with that, if that's all right with you.
It absolutely is.
So I need a piece of my, this is the 0.8 in the antique bronze. And it's as big as you want to make the flower, really. This is not from my desk to my cupboard.
No.
This is probably, what, 1.5 foot. Was that just a bit more than 30 centimetres, would you say? Come on, you're good at that.
I'm going for 46.
Okay, an arm.
46 centimetres worth.
Depends how long your arm is, really, doesn't it? Yeah.
Have we definitely... Sorry, I'm just talking to the voice in my head again.
Talk to your
Are we
voice in
definitely
your
going to
head.
be doing that? I've got something coming in that we've not had in ages. I'll give you a clue. It's on your desk now.
Yeah.
It's a tool that every guest designer uses.
Flash them about, or shall I keep
We're just waiting for a sample to come down. As soon as it has, I may or may not have one of the most popular tools ever to hit your screens back in stock. And when I mean back in stock, I mean we didn't know about this at the beginning of the show. No. Literally, the driver's kind of in the car park. Well, he's heading to the car park now to drop us off a sample. Ooh, stay where you are for something very exciting.
This is exciting. Okay. So we need to find sort of the middle, and it really is sort of. It doesn't really matter.
No.
And I'm just going to I'm going to hold it with my round nose pliers, and I'm going to make a circle sort of in the middle.
Okay.
Like this. Twist it right round.
Yeah.
Because then I want to hold it. Have I mentioned that I really like these long nose pliers? Not that I'm being boring about them or anything. So I can hold really tightly with those. Did I mention them at all, that they're really good?
I can't remember. I'm not sure.
And then I'm going to start twisting the wire around.
Okay.
I've got to hold it really tightly, and I'm going to keep it quite close in to begin with. I hope I'm in the right place for everybody there.
So you're just moving one side.
That's one
around.
at the moment, and then I'm going to move the other one
Okay.
around the same way. So you can see they're beginning to spiral. And for the beginning, I just do them separately.
Okay.
But when I've gone round a couple of times, I'm going to start and put one under the other,
Okay.
like this. And I just have a quick look at it. That's all right. Put one under the other, and then another one under the other. So it's going over the top.
Okay.
And over the top, and you can see they're making twists. And what this does, it makes like little petals.
That's cute.
Can you see how it's forming?
Yeah, I got you.
You see?
Yeah, yeah.
And you make those by actually going over the top.
I see.
Thanks. That's a good shot of that. It's going over the top. And then I can
Nice
go.
work, cameraman.
Yes.
Got a new cameraman.
Yes, he's
Where
new
have you
as
come
well.
from? What's your name?
My name's Stu.
Stu. Where have you come from, Stu? What channel? You're on Rocks. Does that mean that Ben's gone? Where's Ben gone?
Well, he wasn't well. He's got a bad
know, he's
hip.
got a bad
Bless him,
hip.
He couldn't move the cameras.
And we kept calling him Benjamin Button as well, so he's kind of just sloped off, bless him. Has he gone to rest his hip? He's only 22, bless him.
It's a shame. He was in pain.
He was,
He
yeah,
was in
he
pain.
was. I tell you what,
And when a
bless
man's
him.
in pain, let's face it.
Yeah, let's face it. So, Superman to the rescue. Stu is here.
Stu.
Stu, interesting facts about yourself, please.
I'm 23.
He's 23! Oh, that is interesting. So yeah, that's Stu. So if you need his help, now you know
We've
who he
already
is.
had we're both newbies.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah,
I
we've
feel
done
like
that already.
Bless that.
Been there, done that. We're
Love
great
that.
friends now, aren't we, Stu? Right. So,
Best mates now. Stu. Oh, it's Stu now,
Yes,
is it?
Stu,
It's me
yeah.
Stuarting.
yeah, no, he's Stu.
Bezos.
Right, so I'm going to keep twisting, and I'm not going to say it anymore because you won't know what I'm doing.
You're just twisting underneath and around.
I'm just
and up and
twisting,
down.
yes, and I say the most important thing is that you do go over the top of one.
Yeah. That's almost locking it, isn't it?
It does lock it, but it also is what forms the petals. So now I've shown you, can I please turn it round and look at me, because I can't see it otherwise. Don't say no.
Okay.
Thank you. You're so good to me, Becky, I don't know. Right. Just to make the little petals.
Okay.
I think you've all got the idea.
Yeah.
Let's pretend that's the size we're going to make, because that
Okay.
just goes on and on and on. So pretend I've got...
Oh, do that slowly. Let's have a look at this.
Oh, you want
Look
me to do
at
this
this
very slowly
slicing
with these
through it like
wonderful
butter.
I'll move everything out of the way, Becky,
Oh,
so we can...
this is not just any cutter.
No, watch
This
Becky.
is your jewellery maker flush cutting cutters.
And oh, that's a wonderful shot, thank you. And the thing about this is they're flush as well. But you always want to have the flat bit
Yeah.
about at the end of where it's going to be finished off. So I put it that way, not that way.
Oh, look, teasing us. Oh, Frankie.
Okay,
Ready?
are you ready? I'm going to cut this time. And you notice the wire doesn't go everywhere. It just drops on the table. Oh, he was...
Stuart is burning up with the shock of this.
Kept him waiting so long. Okay, so we pretend this is the size we wanted it to be. It is quite a pretty, I mean, it would be a nice earring size.
That's a
wouldn't
cute
it?
size actually for an
Yeah.
earring. Perfect.
So then all I do is Oh, dropped my
Round nose.
round nose. So I'm just going to curl this in out of the way.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be beautiful, it just needs to get it out of the way. And I press it into the middle of the button, okay?
Yeah.
And then the other one the same. In fact, I can lock it once more, I think.
Yeah.
Pull it through with these wonderful long nose pliers. And do the same again. Twist it around. Okay. And then we've made a little flower.
How beautiful. Look at that little rose. A rosette.
It does help if you can actually, yeah, can you see it? It does actually help if you can watch it yourself while you're going round, and I know that's difficult when you're on the telly, but once you get it started, if you watch it as it's going, you can see where you need to wrap the next one round. Okay, so that's that component.
Lovely.
And
so for this design, you wanted to make up 3 of those, haven't you?
yes, that's it. 3 of those. I've got a bigger one on the bottom and 2 smaller ones in the middle. Yeah. Okay, so we might as well keep on with this piece then and go to the next bit, if that's all right with you.
Absolutely.
So I started off, and they are hearts, but when you look at them, I don't think you can really tell they're hearts on my design, can you? Do you think? Can you tell they're hearts, Becky? Really? Because they're lovely to play with. You can actually make
different
things that
shapes,
look like
can't
butterflies and so on.
Yeah,
If
cute.
you put them together, they look like
How
butterflies.
lovely.
Yeah. Oh, I'm manoeuvring on camera now.
There we go. Yeah, lots of different shapes you can do with those.
But I didn't want them to look like hearts.
No.
I wanted, because what I wanted is this large area here, so I could dangle my pearls from the bottom.
Okay.
So that's why I did it that way. And you notice on the one side it's plain, and the other side is patterned. Yeah.
Yeah, I see. So you've got one that's patterned and one that is plain. It just gives you a nice contrast in the light.
Gives you a good different texture. I mean, you can pattern both. You can leave both plain. It doesn't really matter. So I need to whack now.
Okay.
So do you want to do anything about things that I might whack with?
Yeah, let's do that. Let's get whacking. Helena's in the studio. She's running to her box to get me some wacky like.
Oh, sorry. Have I put everybody out?
No, you haven't at all.
I'm directing from the floor. Sorry about that, everybody.
It's all right. Don't worry. What are we going to have, Helena? Producer Eleanor's here. What are we having, love? I'll give you something in a second.
Oh dear. Is that for saying it out of turn?
Yeah, maybe. Thank you very much. What's this? Pardon? Okay.
Yeah, can do. Either.
Yeah.
Either's good. Yes, thank you. That's lovely.
Dappling. Yes.
Thank you.
I'm so excited to see how
Right,
to
we'll
use
do
these.
that. Can we do that in a minute?
Yeah.
You can do your bit and I'll do my bit in a minute.
Definitely. I'm going to bring this to you now, and then we're going to do a little bit of a demo as exactly how to use it. But I'll give you the opportunity to get it now. This is your dappling block. Now, you personally request this for the show today, didn't you? Now, obviously, we've had it in stock for a while, but I know you've got one. Why is this tool so perfect for you?
Because I wanted to have a go at it. I've seen it done before and I just thought how interesting it was. Plus, I just think it's a lovely piece of kit. It's just a lovely piece of wood. So I don't put it away. I actually leave it on a shelf in my workroom, and it's just a really nice tool.
Yeah.
But it's great to work with. So.
Yeah, it's wonderful, isn't it? I've got your wooden dappling block here that I have for you. You'll see that each one of these has a different hole in it, a different domed area, different sizes for you to get your pieces in. And very, very simply, you then have your tombs to dapple and dapple. Now, we will show you how to use this in a moment, but get your hands on it now because we haven't got that many of these left. Your price today It's just £4.95. It's a really, really simple tool. We'll show you how to use it. I want you to be able to get your hands on it now. And if you stay where you are, I may have something coming up for you. Oh, sorry, I've just got something in my eye.
Oh, sorry, can I help you? Also? Be careful.
Yeah, that's bad. I may or may not have something else coming up for you in a little bit, maybe. Just stay where you are. $4.95 for this. We'll show you how to use it in a little bit.
Before we finish with that, can I just say,
Yes.
I didn't buy one before I saw the one on Jewellery Maker because they're really quite expensive to buy. The last one that I was looking at, I really seriously thought of buying. It was only wooden like this, it wasn't metal or anything. It was £24.99. So that speaks for itself, I think.
Volumes, that speaks. Hi, Helena. Thank you, sweet pea. How's your day going, Helena? Why are you walking away? It's all the better for seeing me. Oh, Helena, you little liar. Bless you. So we'll show you exactly how to use that in a little bit.
Right then, so do you want me to start with the dapping block?
It's up
then?
to you, whatever you want to do.
I can start with the dapping block, that's okay.
Okay.
I can start with that.
So it's to do this domed effect here. That's what the dappling block gives to you. You're loving the dappling block. There's absolutely loads of you. You've gone up on my screen. Hello, Patricia, Esther, Kimmy. Cute name, Kimmy. Hazel, beautiful name. Virginia, Sally, Pat, Sean, Sian. Have you seen that, Michael McIntyre? Jill, Jay, you've got loads of you getting this. Do check out those baskets. It's imperative at this point.
Okay, well, as Becky quite rightly pointed out, there are different holes in this. Not only are they larger sizes, getting smaller, but it's the depth, and it's the depth that really matters in dapping. So if you imagine you put your little rigid piece into the smallest and the deepest hole, and you try to change its shape, it would fold and form and be odd. You wouldn't get that nice curve on it. So you need to start off with the least deep, or the shallowest. That's probably a better way of putting it.
Least deep.
The least deep, probably the shallowest is, yeah, that's it. So, and what I use for this one to begin with is this, you can see already on my one, it's where it's been bashing the metal.
Yeah.
So I started in, and you don't need anything. I've got my whammer here, if that's all right, but you can use the ordinary hammer, the one that we've just done,
the one that we just did with that ridiculous price.
Oh, was that the
in
one?
The clearance,
yeah, it was ridiculous, wasn't it? So now I'm just going to tap very gently all the way around, and this, do you know, this is really good for people who are not very patient, because you can't hurry it. So it starts to go a little bit domed.
So you can see already it's changed it a little bit. Yeah?
A little bit. So now I need to find one that's not quite so shallow. And do it again. So again, we're talking to the metal and we're saying, now, come on, play nicely.
Yeah. What accent does the metal have?
It must be a Yorkshire accent, I think.
Must it?
Yeah.
Right, why? Why is that?
I don't know.
Okay, good. Good.
Do you know, you're so naughty.
It's not the first time that's been said to me, you know.
Oh, I bet. The two of us, as we get to know each other, we could be totally incorrigible. You do know that, don't you?
Absolutely understand that.
Yes. And now you see it's getting a lot more domed. I've got to get this right.
Here we go, if you just turn it in front of you.
Can you see now it's getting really saucery shaped?
That is saucery.
Yeah? And I can go a little bit more now because I've got a really much deeper one here.
Okay.
And now I'm going to turn over to the domey one. Because
the domer of your dapplers.
Yes, the domey of my dappers. So that's going to... And I'm going to hit a little bit harder this time.
Okay. Why is that?
A little bit welly. Because I want it to go right into the shape, because this is my last one.
Okay. You're doing that quite rhythmically, 3 at a time every time. Is that important?
No, I think that's just me. But then,
am I?
Well, because for a long time in my life I've practiced Tai Chi, and I'm a bit sort of Zen and that way inclined. So I suppose it's a bit meditational.
Okay.
Does that sound really ridiculous?
No.
Yes.
No.
It does.
No, it doesn't.
But I mean, I just love the way that you can just, you know, you can work the wire and the metal and make. I just like being creative. So now that's really gone.
That's really domed
pretty,
now, isn't it? And really smooth as well, actually.
Yes, it
You
has.
might think, if we tilt it forwards, yeah, you can see.
Do you want to do it? You're better
Oh,
at that.
all right. You can see how smooth this is. When I would think of the dappling block, I'd imagine it having lots of pits in it, but actually it doesn't, does it? It's beautiful and smooth, isn't it? Have you got a one before for me?
Yes.
Would you mind?
Like it, not at
Do you
all.
mind picking one out
No,
there?
get
Just to
that
do
out.
a before and after. If you want to get your hands on this dappling block, boy oh boy, you better be quick, ladies and gents. So you turn your normal plain blank from this into this. It's a big difference, isn't it? Oh, it's a really beautiful effect for you. If you really, genuinely, if you want this, you've got to be quick on it, because I've got over 100 of them gone already.
You won't regret it. It's really lovely to use. It's,
See how easy it
it's
is?
really, yes, it is easy. And it's smooth, I think, because if you start in the largest one
Yeah.
and you move down, you're giving the wire a chance to settle. So it sort of settles in that one, and then it settles in that one, and it sort of then get a chance to sort of, you know, shimmy itself.
You've just
Okay.
missed her amazing impression of a blank sort of settling in and then shimmying. I love that.
Okay,
Brilliant.
so I do like it like that, and you have said how smooth it is, but I'm going to make it unsmooth.
Okay, so you're going to add an effect to it
I
now.
am, yes, because I
Brilliant.
think I did on those.
Yeah, you have on these ones.
So I know we haven't got this in the show today, and I'm sorry to tease everybody, but this is just, again for me, I've got bad hands. This for me is just amazing. So if you're not very good with a hammer, next time it comes on, get on the phone straight away, or get on the website and buy it, because it is the most incredible hammer I've ever used.
Really? That's wonderful.
It is. And so I can now help it to have a bit more texture,
Just using that dome side.
just using the little side.
It's giving it that detailed effect. Now, we don't have this hammer in at the moment, but we do have your interchangeable head hammer, which you can use. This is the one with the 5 interchangeable heads, and it will give
That
you a
works.
textured like style.
works.
This one would still work, would it?
Yes, it works. You just have to give it a bit more welly, but it does work.
Bit more welly, but it'll still give you the texture that you're looking for. You've got your 5/6 interchangeable heads, because this weight here is interchangeable as well. It's just a wonderful, wonderful little tool. You've even got the nylon, kind of the plastic head on this too. I'm going to get this out for you if that's all right. I just want to show you how easy these heads are to interchange, because there's 5. It says that there's 5 different heads, and this is your weight at the end. But you can actually use this as a hammer point as well. Both of these sides are completely interchangeable. So let me just show you. I've literally just popped that off now. So that's your doming. You could create this domed
Yeah,
effect
definitely.
actually with that, couldn't you?
Yes, you could.
You've got your, just look how simple this is. You just screw it on, that's done. You've got your weighted side. Maybe you don't want that much weight, maybe you don't want that much welly. You just take that side off, and you can swap that to give you this side, which is a really nice,
That's
this
a
does
lovely
a gorgeous
texture, that one.
yeah.
Yes, it does, yeah.
Because this is your base. Really simple piece of kit to use. It fits in your ring mandrel carrier as well, which is beautiful. Do you know what I even love about this? Ooh. The handle, you can do gorgeous textures. Just roll that handle against your polymer, and it gives it this beautiful textured
See, I
effect.
do have it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you do. It's in
Yeah.
your mandrel.
So, yeah, I
In your
usually
mandrel
take
bag.
those off and put it in the mandrel bag, yeah.
Do you? Just to let you know though that it's a really popular tool, and we've had so many of them go out before. If you want it, again, be quick. Your price today is just £8.95 for a professional piece of kit, a professional tool for you today. Get your hands on it whilst you can, and do you know what? It's more than likely that when you're getting this today, you'll probably be adding something to your basket later on anyway. So perhaps, maybe something really soon coming up. So if that is the case, then why not just add this to your order now? It's only £2.95 for the whole day. You'll get all of this, and a mate might come along later. I can't possibly say, oh look, it's like a little fish, isn't that nice? Time passer. I'm being too subtle, my director says. I don't understand. Get your hands on this today. That may or may not be coming up, it's hard to say really. £8.95 for you.
Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Right, next thing. Shall we, so we've done those two. Do you want me to show the next sort of bit of the metal, or do you want me to show the sort of what I've done to the little doofer? What would you like me to do?
I'm not totally sure what a doofer is.
This little doofer here.
Okay, the domed blank.
Well, no, I've done
doofer.
that. I've got to embellish it.
So kind of the link in between, is that what you mean? This bit here. Okay, it's absolutely. Which one would you like to see, producer and director? Yes, that one would be lovely.
Okay, so I've finished that one up. Okay. So, pearl. I need a pearl. So I just put pearls in there. These were such a lovely colour.
Aren't they?
I thought they were lovely when I chose them, but when I actually got them home, they were even more delicate than I thought.
Did you think you'd outdone yourself a little bit?
I sort of did. It really is an indulgent kit, isn't it?
But at that price, £16.95.
Well, I didn't know at the time. You see, when I chose it, I didn't know it was going to be that price. But it's such a worthwhile kit. If you've never done this sort of thing before, it's worth trying. Definitely. Okay, so do you know, these pearls were absolutely amazing because the 0.8 wire actually goes through them.
Fab.
And I think that's what's so brilliant about the oh dear, I'll just have to use my flush cutters. Excuse me, Becky.
Oh no, wouldn't it be such a shame?
Becky, I'm just going to use them, don't walk.
Oh, sorry. You're not meant to say that I'm walking off.
Oh, sorry, she didn't walk off. She didn't.
That's
She didn't
going to be like a
water.
behind the scenes kind of little.
You didn't give me a signal.
I know. Well, no, but I just tell the director I go like that. I'm just going over here,
sorry.
and then I walk off and I grab my water and I carry on talking. Everyone at home thinks, oh, isn't that nice? They stand next to each other for the whole thing. When I'm off for a bit of a bevy, a bit of water.
Well, can you talk while I have a sit down? Right.
You've just ruined the magic now.
I'm sorry.
Frankie. Ruined it.
Trust me. Anyway, what have I done with me? What's it? There, round nose pliers. So again, this is going to be seen, so you really do need to think about how many wraps you're going to make. You could make an unwrapped loop, but I must admit I do like wrapped loops because it's part of the texture for me. So I'm going to wrap it once, twice. I thought you were going to sing then.
Did you?
Yeah, I'm going to use my flush cutters again, Becky, so you're watching this time.
Flush cutters.
You can get really
One
close
of our
in.
most popular items. It has been out of stock, I'm afraid to say, for far, far too long. Alison Tarry swears by these. Rachel Norris swears by these. Frankie?
I swear by these.
They are back in stock right now, right here. Get your hands on them whilst you can. I couldn't give you a heads up earlier on because we didn't know until about an hour or so ago that these were coming in. Oh my goodness, the flush cutters are back. Now I'm so sorry that I'm not able to actually show you the sample of this. They're literally so much just in. We haven't had time for the driver to deliver them through to us yet, but we're bringing them to you now. Already people coming in on the phone with these flush cutters. They are exquisite. They get into all the nooks and crannies. They get into all of those areas that you might find a nightmare to get into. It cuts even the 1.5 like butter. Now 0.8, just look, this is so simple. You can really get into tiny nooks and crannies. You can like shave areas of this off almost. It's got the pointed side. Look at the precision on these. You've got the nook up side, which means again you can get into all those little areas, nooks and crannies. You can see too that with larger pieces of wire, it will just hold that wire in place for you. You've got your really strong durable spring here, which doesn't sound like a big thing, but you know, with those really big chunky wires such as your 1.5 or your 125, sometimes with your average cutters, when it will cut up and close, you can actually find yourself trying to kind of prise them apart, can't you? Like you have to kind of, they almost lock a little bit and you have to kind of prise them apart. With these, you can see how strong that spring is. That means that for your hands, this is just no bother whatsoever. It truly, truly isn't. They're ergonomically designed. They've got a beautiful texture to them. They go just past the sides of your palm, which means they're not going to be digging into you. Why do you love your flush cutters so much?
You've just said it all. Again, my hands, you know, I need tools that are comfortable, and they really are. And they cut. I mean, that sounds so ridiculous, but if they don't cut your wire, what's the point? And the last thing you want is a mangled bit of wire on the end. You really do need to have a clean cut on your wire. Yeah. And then you stand a chance of being able to nibble it in and make it smooth. But otherwise, if it's all mangled up, you can't. So they are wonderful, definitely.
They truly are, and boy oh boy do you lot know it. You're just about to head off my screen already. I've not even brought your price in. It is one of our most sought after tools, hands down, for you. It truly, truly is. It always flies out whenever we have it on. It's on constant reorder. But what happens is we get it in, it flies out so quickly because you all see everybody use it, that we have to then wait again for the next delivery to come through. We haven't seen this in absolutely ages. I am so excited to bring them to you today. They are one of your favorite tools. They are professional quality. They make your life so much easier, and they're only £29.95 for you. Honestly, for how much you love these, if these were $39.95, might you get it?
I would buy them at that as well, because they really do the job. You know, the sort of phrase, they does what this says on the tin. I mean, they really do. They cut your wire, which is what you want. You don't want a chobbled end. You want it clean and precise. And you know, when I was talking about Rachel's cutting off the bit that's not very straight when you're doing when it's too straight rather, when you're doing a curl, you can get right into there to cut that little bit off. When you're doing your curls. So it's just lovely.
They are so wonderful, aren't they? They truly are. And they get into those nooks and those crannies. Thank you very much for sending in that text, Alex. I bought these a couple of months ago. The best tool ever.
Yeah.
Simple as that. Would this be in your top 5?
Oh, definitely top 5, yeah.
Top 3?
Yeah.
Really?
Yes, because they cut so well, so.
It's a wonderful bit of kit. There's loads of you. Now is not the time to have it in your baskets. Do keep checking those out for me. You've gone off my screen once already, which generally means I've got about 70 people who've already bought this. You're back down onto my screen now. Please get your hands on it as quick as you like, because these come in and they fly out. $29.95 for you today.
Can I just add two things?
Okay.
Don't get them anywhere near your memory wire, which has also been said before. But also don't get them by your beading wire either, your beading thread, because people tend to forget that beading thread has got wire in it. It is wire, and over time the beading thread will dull your cutters. So I've always got another pair that I use for bead, or I use my shears or something. I don't ever use those for anything but cutting wire.
You have been warned.
Don't use them with beading thread.
$29.95. Okay, I'm sorry.
Just do that.
Don't, because I'm going to walk away again. $29.95. Get them whilst you can.
Where were we? Oh yes,
you were cutting
jewellery.
with your beading
thread.
I was just going to do you weren't cutting your beading thread. That's not what I mean. You're cutting your wire.
Yes, I was.
With those flush cutters.
So I can get right in, as we said, chop it off, and then chobble it down and make it smooth.
Okay.
And then, I know. Yes, I've just forgotten how I did it. Right, I've remembered now. That's okay. I was thinking I might have to thread it through before no, but I don't. Put my pearl on. So again, for this is the same thing. Sometimes it doesn't matter when you make a wrapped loop which way around you do it, but for this one it does. You need them both to be in the same direction.
Okay.
So I always remember to do it by having the little loopy thing up towards me, not open, but in that direction. And then make a wrapped loop. Two curls.
Yeah, looping that around.
That went a bit wonky. I was just straighten it out a bit. Using the flush cutters.
Okay.
I'm not going to keep going on in case people haven't got them, and then they'd be really cross, wouldn't
I
they?
know, yeah, tell me about it.
They sold out yet. So people haven't bought them, it's their own fault.
It is, isn't it?
Right, so I've got my little piece that fits in there.
Okay.
And then you haven't got these on the show, but these are the jump rings from one of your big findings packs. You know, they're just amazing. So I use these.
Okay.
And I've got the smaller ones as well, so the two of them are lovely together.
You know your Whammer hammer?
I know my Whammer hammer, yes.
Would you put that in your top 5
Yes,
tools?
I would.
Top
in my top
3?
5. I don't know about 3. I have to really think about. I'd have to think about that, but it's definitely 5.
Definitely top 5.
Because it's so well weighted for me. I really don't have to, give it too much to give it but you can be delicate with it as well.
We are out of stock at it at the moment. I just thought it was interesting because who knows? I might have it on Tuesday.
Oh my word, that'll be good.
We've had it out of stock for ages, haven't we?
Yeah, well, on Tuesday then be watching, is it in the afternoon?
Yeah, Spellbinding Laura Binding's on
Oh
with me.
right, well in that case, you just got to get it. Okay.
Gotta get it.
So what I did while you were talking, I actually made 2 holes, one opposite each other in my, and I think you've got a hole maker doofer, haven't you?
Yeah.
You might want to show eventually. So I'm just going to close up the jump ring, having put my pearl on the one side.
Okay.
So on the earrings, I left them. I left the earrings, the bottom bit, so that it could dangle. The pearl dangles,
Yeah.
and I made a little curlicue on the bottom. Can you see that?
Mm-hmm.
So that you can leave it like that. But for this one, I wanted it to be connected. So here's another jump ring, and then this bit will be finished. Do something else if we've got time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you've got loads of time. We've got a good 9 minutes.
Right. Oh, good. I can do some more hammering then.
Fab.
So, jump ring. Jump ring.
Yeah.
We'll go through the hole. I promise. Talk to it.
Go through. I don't know why when I talk to metal I sound like a ghost, but apparently.
That's true. That is very true.
So you're just squeezing it through there.
Yeah.
I see what you're doing.
I'm going to fasten it on the other end. You don't need to see me fiddle with that. You fasten the other end of the jump ring onto there, and it makes that connector piece.
What did you call it before?
The doofer.
The doofer.
Yeah,
so
it makes
that's
a
how
nice
you
doofer.
do
Yeah.
the doofer section here.
So that's the 2 components of that one.
Okay, got you. Lovely jubbly. Do you want to talk to us
Yeah,
about...
I'd like to talk about that one because that's really nice. With the hearts.
Yeah, go
It's
on.
obvious to see what I've done with those hearts. I did actually glue them together, but this one I decided to mangulate a heart, and I used one of your beautiful tools. It's all tools because I love tools today.
Yeah.
So, do you want to talk about them before I use them?
Yeah,
or
I
shall
absolutely
Okay.
can. I'm going to bring to you now our shears. Now, these are really, really seriously high-end tool. Perfect for cutting plastic, elastic, rope, rubber, and metal. These blanks just slice through, don't they?
Absolutely.
Again, the handles on here are beautiful and
to show
smooth. You've got your lock effect on there as well. You've got your lock style effect. You've even got your hand section here, which essentially just sets how usable these are to you, doesn't it really? You've got your lock on there too to keep it nicely in place, so if you need to lock it then you absolutely can. Why did you get your hands on these first off?
Two reasons. One, to cut metal blanks and things like I'm doing, but also the beauty of these is if you want to cut a few jump rings, now obviously saw cut is the best, and if you're doing a lot you would need to get out your saw, but for me, I can cut a jump ring with those, and they don't do what the flush. Even these beautiful cutters, they will make a little V. They don't. They make it flush cut.
Completely flush.
Flush cut.
Absolutely flush. These are designed for you at home to work with no matter who you are. If we pay attention to the base of this here, I'll just show you what I mean about making the two sizes of this, which make it really wonderful and workable. So this is on the small hand setting. So if you keep your eye on this, look at the width of that apart, so probably sort of what 4 fingers worth there. And then if I hold it up and just change that hand diameter, look at how much 4 fingers there. That makes it so much wider. Now that not only widens it if you've got different size hands, which will make it comfier, but it also widens the jaws on this too. So if you're cutting something a bit bulkier, a bit heftier, then there's not a problem with these at all. They're the stainless steel metal and wire shears that you're getting. They're adjustable, they're workable, they are so smooth, perfectly, beautifully handcrafted. Your price today is just £14.95.
I think that's what they were. They are just invaluable, as I say, even just for cutting a few jump rings because they cut them flush.
Fab. So let's see them in action, shall we?
Right, so I'll put them back on the little hand
Okay,
section. I can't manage on the big section. And so I'm going to cut my heart.
Oh.
So I cut it straight to begin with from the, keep your fingers out of the way because they will cut your fingers. I mean, they really are a serious pair of scissors, shears. And I went through that, and you can see that's quite thick.
Look at how thick this is, but that is so smooth.
It is smooth, yeah.
It's really thick. That's just slid through that. No rough edges on there, no sharp bits, just beautifully smooth. Loads of you getting your hands on this. Again, $14.95. Be quick with those. We've not got as many as we would like in stock.
Now, because the edge is very smooth, but the points aren't.
Yeah.
So I just did a little bit of trimming, and this just shows how good they are because you can cut just a tiny bit off.
And that actually makes it more of a kind of teardrop shape, doesn't it?
Oh, absolutely, and that's what it's meant to be. It's meant to be an asymmetric sort of teardrop. And I'm just going to cut off this pointy bit as well to make that rounded. So you can, you know, it's actually like cutting paper. Sorry, am I not in the way? I mean, not in the right place.
No, you're fine. That was a casual again.
Oh, sorry. I've got to learn to shut up, haven't I?
No.
Yes, so now I've cut it into a shape. I've just sort of rounded the ends off, really, to be honest. I need to hammer it.
Wonderful. I cannot wait to give it a nice effect.
Right. I haven't found a block. So, well, have you got?
Have you not?
No. I
Have you
haven't
looked
found
for
a
one?
block.
Do you want the steel block?
It doesn't matter either that or the or whatever.
Ugh.
Oh no! Have you just got one?
Just got one, look. Winging its way here. There you are, look.
Can I use that one then?
Yeah, you can.
Nobody's going to shout at me.
No. Not to your face.
They just talk about me when I'm gone.
No, I'm only joking. Why do you love the steel block so much?
Well, you can't give it any welly without. You've got to have a steel block, and especially with a really good hammer, you need a really good steel block, and this one is. And I really like the shape of this one because, not the shape, obviously it doesn't matter what shape, but the size of it, because you can get a large piece of work on it, or you can get to the edges with a small piece and you've got enough space to work.
Yeah.
So, I'm going to start bashing it. And I purposely want to go over the edges. It's good telly, this, isn't it?
We had the hammer and block on earlier on. We've just had someone message in. We've had the hammer and block on earlier on that was part of that bundle. Have we got any left? It was in the clearance section actually. We just had someone messaging in. Have we got any left of that? Because we had the hammer, the chase hammer, the block, and something else, the gizmo coil, and it was a ridiculous price. It was ridiculously low. So have a little look back, you should be able to find it.
Yes, it's this hammer, isn't it?
There should be a couple left. Yeah, it's this hammer.
Yeah.
Couple left.
So, if it starts to bend up, which it will, because you're sort of pressing the molecules out,
Yeah.
just give it a whack on the other side and start again. You notice I'm hammering well away from my finger.
Yeah, that's it.
I had in mind for this the sort of copper indentation like you get on those beautiful ancient pots, you know, that they sort of have those like that.
I know what you mean.
It's really satisfying. Take out
What do you think of?
I just think of it's just satisfying, really. I don't think of anybody horrible. I won't think of you while I'm doing it. Okay? Of
course. Thanks. Bills, do you think of?
Yeah, people I don't like very much. People who've annoyed me.
Yeah,
You
love
know.
that. Love that.
And do make sure, I think you should make sure you go over the edge as well, because it makes it look as though it's, yes, it's not just that, it makes it look as though it's a hole. If you don't hammer the edges, it looks as though it's sort of not finished to me. I think you need to do the edges. It's like when I used to be a stamper and a card maker, and you had to sort of do a stamp offset to make it look right. It's about the aesthetics of it, really, Becky.
I know.
And then you can just straighten it up like that. So that's that one. Put a hole in it, string it on, and that's that. That's the other half is done the same.
Is this one? You do the other half exactly the same.
Yep.
Now we've got around 1 more minute left. So do you want to talk us through how we did the end piece?
Well, that sort of thing's been done before. I thought you might like to show the bracelet.
Yeah, go ahead then.
But
I forgot that was there.
The bracelet as well. But the necklace is actually it's crocheted, and so I just crocheted all the bits on. It's 3 lengths of crocheting, and then I did a couple of lengths of crochet of just of the silver 0.4 wire, and that's what that came out. So I wanted a bracelet that would go with it, and so I devised that.
Let me show you this, because it's very clever. What does this look like to you? It looks like a chain bracelet, doesn't it? Oh, how gorgeous. But then look, where's the clasp? How do I do this up? I see no lobster clasp. I see no toggle clasp. Oh, it's a sneaky stretchy bracelet. That's so cool. How did we do that, love?
Well, it's just a length of the chain, and you need the chain to have large enough holes to be able to thread through, obviously. So all of your recent chains with the long, the one with the long oval links would be lovely as well. So you just make your little danglers, make several of those, put them on every so often, I should say about 1 inch apart from each other if you want it full like that. And then you just get you've got a surprise. You just get your elastic and you thread every 3 or 4 links of your chain. And I didn't put any underneath because that's not comfortable. So I left a long length of chain without anything on, and then just tied it together, put a bit of glue on it, and that's it. So.
That is literally beautiful. Thank you so much for both of your lovely designs today. We're going to be having a little look at Frankie's beautiful challenge later on, but after the break I'm going to be bringing this to everybody.
Golly Moses. Oh,
what do you think?
that is so sparkly.
I'm going to be doing this strand for you.
Oh, gosh.
At under £50.
That's so sparkly, Becky.
Under £50. Oh, this is coming up for you and so much more. Stay where you are. You cannot miss out. I'll see you after this very short break. Welcome back everyone to Designer Inspiration. My name is Rebecca Redican and today I am joined by Frankie. Hi love.
Hi.
How have you found your how have you found your demos today?
All right, well I think they went all right. I hope everybody else did and I hope they like making the things that I've shown them. So.
Absolutely, yeah, definitely. How's your challenge going, love?
I've just started, Becky. I must admit I haven't done a lot, but I'm hoping you're going to let me get on with it now, are you?
Aye, shut up, stop asking me questions.
No, I didn't mean that. Oh.
It's too late now, Frankie.
I'll just open my feet to change, my mouth to change feet, then that'll be all right.
How do you open a foot?
No, I opened my mouth to change feet. I said it wrong, don't worry.
Right, oh, okay, good. I'm glad. We are with... We've got Frankie for another 54 minutes, approximately. I'll let you get on with your challenge, love. No problem at all. I have got a strand, which, to be honest, if you got that first kit I brought to you with those peacock pearls, this is going to go perfectly. Take a little look at these. I can't believe the price on these. Rounds, 9 mil. Now these are your circle pearls. When we refer to that, we're looking at this beautiful indentation around the side. I always think it looks like candy floss. Actually though, on some of these you've got areas that it's really, really delicate. And then on some you've got quite a bold statement pieces. It's a gorgeous 9mm peacock round. Now, when we talk about rounds, we know the price is going to be up there, don't we? You have to get your head ready for that already. What if I say to you plain, oh sorry Frankie, I'm going to interrupt you.
That's okay.
On purpose now.
Yes. Okay.
If I were to say perfect rounds, you watch us, you watch the channel, you're a viewer yourself. What kind of price point have you been experiencing for 9mm perfect rounds on our show?
On the channel?
Yeah.
They're usually sort of $24.99, something like that.
Absolutely right. Absolutely right. Not today though. Honestly, no, genuinely. Reminds me of the price on this. Right.
Oh,
yeah. Have you just heard that? Honestly.
Can I go home now?
No, sorry.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen at home, sometimes I'll do kind of a little trust exercise with you, and sometimes it's kind of my way of saying thank you very much for trusting in me, thank you very much in believing in me. It's kind of my way of just saying, like, giving you a little heads up, like, come on, you know, let's talk about this, get yourself on the phone. And then if you don't want to trust in me, if you don't want to believe in me, then that's absolutely fine. Get yourself on the phone once I've brought the price in. But this is my trust in me little nudge nudge, wink wink. We've just heard and we've seen it time and time again, when you're looking at perfect rounds, even on our channel, they're going to be the highest price of pearls. They just are. We're looking around, Frankie's just said the $24.95 mark. I know that I've brought to you perfect rounds at a $27.95 mark before. Nudge nudge. It's going to be under 15. Under 15. Yeah. But this isn't under 15 like, oh, it's going to be a bit under 15. That's nice. No. This is get on the phone under 15, okay? Because thank you to John and Susan and Louise and Hilda and Alison and Christine and Anne and Roseanne, and Pat and another Rosie, Anonymous, Julie, loads and loads of you getting this. Thank you very much for trusting in me. Thank you very much for getting yourself on the phone lines like a lot of you have and just believing in me on this. You are definitely guaranteed to get your hands on this. I've not got that many left. Genuine strand of perfect rounds. It's not $27.95. It's not $25.95. It's not even $15.95. Your price today. £7.95. Oh, there you all are. Oh, hello. Hi, guys. You're right there. Hello, everybody. Boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I'm telling you, half my stock's gone now, though, already, because half of the amount I had were people who trusted in me and were like, do you know what? Becky doesn't mess us about with this sort of thing. She shouldn't do this often. This is a big one. So half of my stock already went within those first couple of minutes before I brought the price on, but now they're flying out so quickly. I've got about a quarter of my stock left now. It's going so fast. What do you think of that price genuinely?
Well, I'm almost speechless. I say again, it's another of those strands that I would have bought if I'd been at home, because they are lovely, and the markings on them are so lovely. You wouldn't make a faux pearl with that marking on, and every one is different, isn't it? It's got little circles around it. They're just so pretty.
Yeah, they really are. I've got 8 left. What am I going to say, Frankie? Looking at this screen, what am I about to say? I've only got 8 left.
Check out your baskets.
Told you. It doesn't happen though, does it?
No.
Because I've got 6. Oh, how many left? 2 left. 3 left. I've got 3 left, and I've got about 10 in baskets. It's a sellout. Sorry, everybody.
Oh, gosh.
Sorry, everybody who missed out on that.
You did tell them, Becky.
I did. You're right, Frankie. I did. I did what I could. You told them. Now, that little sparkler that I showed you before the break, I'm about to do now. And I'm so sorry that I'm kind of leaping around, but I'm just so excited to bring you this strand for under £50. Oh, now, this is a gemstone that I am ridiculously passionate about. I absolutely adore this gemstone. For me, personally, it is more interesting, more beautiful, more stunning, has more of a history and a background than diamonds. For me personally. And I've got to admit, when you look at this as a strand, wow, you'd be forgiven for believing it was diamond, wouldn't you? It's stunning, isn't it? Double refractive gemstone. This means that you're getting double the power pack punch from this when it comes to the light. Have I got that timeline slide? Can I have it up on the plasma behind me, please, love? I think this gemstone is so interesting, okay? Now, this gemstone is known as one of the oldest gemstones in the world, and it's the oldest gemstone in the world. This is a timeline behind me. Now, let me have a little look. So this is where the humans are. So this is kind of where we're at now, and this is kind of where they believe the formation of the Earth is. So we've got the dinosaurs coming in just over here. The dinosaurs are taking up this tiny bit. We have got, cells with a nucleus starting. This is in billion years, by the way. So this is 2.5 billion years ago from this point. And then look, this is the oldest piece of zircon ever found. And this is around the time of formation of zircon. It goes here, around 4.4 billion years ago. So from here, all of the billions and billions and billions of time to when man hit Earth here. That is astonishing, isn't it? Even diamonds. Now we know diamonds, speaking of diamonds, this is another reason I think this is more interesting than diamonds, because the oldest diamond in the world ever that was found was 3.2 billion years ago. So that's like here. Look at that, that's a massive, that's billions of years. It's so phenomenal. This gemstone itself has a bifringence to it, which means that it's a double refractive. So what happens essentially is, and this doesn't happen like this in diamond, which is why you get even more sparkle from this. What happens is the light enters the gemstone and it splits into two different directions. Just Mother Nature, that is, because this is a natural strand, no filler, no nothing on this natural strand. The light enters it and then it spans out into two different directions because of the internal structure. And as it spans out, one ray of light will move really slow and cash, and then one will speed up. It's really strange. So one's going fast, one's going slow, which means that you're getting this power pack of sparkle, which again, it does better than diamonds because it's doubly refractive. It's got more, and look at that slide. Come and look at that. You would be absolutely forgiven for imagining that was diamond. For me, that sparkle is even more impressive, though. Another thing to note about this gemstone is the fact that, well, I'm going under £50, which for me is just astonishing. I can't believe I'm going to do that today. I'm going to for the last few. This is a strand that I have. I have a couple of this strand at home, actually. I have one that I've just kept there for a little bit, and then I've got one that I have used, and I've got to admit, the high shine sparkle means that, and I'll be honest with you, I have got a selection of diamonds. They're not the faceted diamonds, but I have got a strand of our diamonds, which I absolutely adore and love. But actually, for a piece that I was about to do, for a piece that I made, I used diamonds on it, and I had to use sort of 7 or 8 diamonds. I had a look at this zircon next to it and thought I could have literally used about 2 of those. Oh, I think that's absolutely absurd. I cannot get over that. I'll be honest with you. I'm going to be completely, absolutely honest. Honest. We have a 30-day rule here, which is basically if another show, another team price drops something within 30 days, we have to match it if we're showing the exact same thing. It's a complete and absolute honest, because it wouldn't be fair otherwise, would it? Say yesterday afternoon I did a strand at £40, and then today I did the exact same strand at £60. It wouldn't be fair, would it? So we have a 30-day follow-on rule. This has been brought to air in the last 30 days by another team, and they have price slashed it to a price which personally I'm absolutely astonished by. This is not indicative of the quality, genuinely isn't. Look at that sparkle, look at that sheen. It's doubly refractive. It's billions and billions of years in the making. And genuinely, this for me is my favourite strand of zircon I've ever brought to you by miles. I have brought you diamonds that I don't like as much as this. This is one of those strands which, I'll be honest to you, I can't believe I'm about to say this, but I'm going to. I've brought you strands of opal that I like less than this.
Opal.
And you know how I feel about opal. I can't get over the price of this. I'll tell you the truth. You lot who have bought it all, well done on the telephones getting your hands on it. You may well know the price we're going to. You probably won't. Everyone pays the same. I've got half of my stock gone. This is your last chance to buy. People and baskets, just trust me, please, on this. I promise you I'm going to go under 50, and I promise that actually the price on this, I feel a little bit wrong in doing, but I have to. It's a 30-day rule. Your price today is not $24.95. I feel a bit nauseated now as well. Got to be honest, I feel a bit nauseous. We've got to drop it. It's a 30-day rule. Your price today is just £17.95. I don't actually want to look at the strand when I say that price. I'm absolutely outraged at that. I'm happy for everyone getting it. Blimey, do not get me wrong. But do you know what? Don't expect to see zircon of this quality at that price again. Don't bother. Just don't. I'll be honest with you, I've got about 10 left. That's it now. I've got 10 left, and I've got 37 in baskets apparently. 4 left, it's gone.
You know, when you had it in your hand before we went to the break, I thought it was diamond.
Yeah.
It sparkles.
Absolutely.
It's just gorgeous.
Absolutely. Congratulations, genuinely, everyone who got your hands on that. Honestly, you're going to fall. If you've never had zircon before, that strand is a hello. Welcome to the group. Welcome to the passion wagon of your zircon. It is absolutely, honestly, you'll fall head over heels. Now, that's just reminded me, and I don't know why. Pete, we have got your impression coming up in a bit.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't wait. I'm excited. This is your mint green top drill cultured pearls. I've only got a few, I'll be honest. I've got a handful or two. We're going to be really quick on this one. It's 8x7 to 12x10. Now, I love a Keshi pearl. You've got that gorgeous natural leaf look, and actually they've got that leaf-like colour, haven't they? They've got that beautiful texture to them. They really do. Oh, I'm just laughing about that zircon. Oh, it just cracked up on me again then. I can't believe that. So you've got this beautiful strand of Keshi pearls. No one's going to think that these are faux for any moment, are they? Everyone's going to see these and know that they're real, know that you've put your care and effort into these. It is. Was it you who dropped the price of that zircon?
Yeah.
Liam! It was naughty Liam on the night show! You're so mischievous. What have you got on tonight, Liam?
We've
We've got some lovely citrine. Ooh, good price, good price.
Very good price.
Very good. Oh, that's to look forward to. Blame him for that zircon price drop. Oh yeah, I want to see that. Oh, you didn't say that. What cut is it, everybody?
Is it your favourite?
Yeah. It's concave cut. You kept that one a bit quiet. What time are you doing these at, love?
That's our superstar buy.
Superstar buy. I'll be home by then. Oh my goodness, that is astonishing. I want one massively. They're amazing. Oh my gosh, I'm even more annoyed at him now. Anyway, I've got your cashew pearls. I've got people already buying them. Your price on this today is a stunner. It's just £9.95. How do you feel about cashew pearls, lovely lady?
They're pearls. If they're pearls, they just go with everything, don't they?
Yeah.
I mean, they're lovely, and I love the fact that you could put those with those peacock pearls, and those ones would bring out the greens.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, nice together.
You're totally right.
You know, one of the rounds, and then several of the little cashews. One of the rounds. The little cashews.
I love that. Give that real nice mixture of the textures,
lovely
wouldn't it?
texture. Yeah.
Fab. I've not got many of these left already. I'm sorry about that. Low stock offer for you at that price. £9.95 for you today. Now, hang on a second. Ooh, some really beautiful faceted clear quartz. How do you feel about clear quartz?
Do you know, I love it. It's not something I've used very much, but I want to get into doing bridal, and I always think of bridal when I see clear quartz. I don't know why. I think it's just because it's so sparkly, and you know, it actually goes with everything, doesn't it? It's a real chameleon, because it will take on the colour of the other gems, won't it?
Yeah, absolutely. This is what I call the chameleon of the gem world, and I'll show you why, if you don't mind me popping this down, lovely Pete. Let me just show you what have we had on already. Let me show you with the cashews behind. So we've got clear quartz there, add the cashews behind, and it's picking up those greens. See that?
Yeah.
Picks those up, doesn't it? What about if I put that peacock strand behind it as well? Picks it up perfectly, doesn't it? It just takes on the colour, which means that whatever you pair this with, it's going to go. Whether it's your gemstones you pair it with or your wire you pair it with, it's going to work perfectly. These are your faceted ovals that we have here, and you've got 95 carats worth of these. Each one of them is 12 by 9, so if you're one of those people who likes just working with one single size on a strand, then this is giving you that opportunity to do so. Your price today for your clear quartz ovals is just £7.95 for you today. That's all you have to pay for this. It's a wonderful little offer today, and it's going to go with absolutely everything. This for me, yeah, go for it. Perfect size for, say, a ring, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
That'd be really beautiful, wouldn't it? Really gorgeous. £7.95 for you now. Get it whilst you can. IPGP77, that's your code. Get it whilst you can. Yes, we can. Oh my goodness, how did I forget we had this? Another one of our favourite gemstones. Have we had any opal on today? We haven't, had we? Can we do some? Because then that means that I've ticked off my top 3 gemstones in one show. I don't think that's ever happened before. Here is one of my top 3. It is my stunning imperial topaz. Ooh. From one mine, from one location. A location at which we can actually only get to 3 months a year. That's it. And that's because this area, which is around 40 kilometres away from the main city, it's essentially, it has such a high water table. Now when I say water table, it essentially means under the crust is what it means. It means under the crust of the earth. You know, your water table, it's up and under there. And this water table essentially will seep into the porous rock and the surrounding area. And what happens is the mine in which this is, it literally is just becomes a lake, pretty much. Just becomes a lake. For 8 months of the year. It's amazing. isn't it? So you can only get it for that short window, that short period of time. 100 carats worth I have your Imperial Topaz. Oh my goodness, Frankie, I've not played my game with you today. 3 words, Imperial Topaz, go.
Beautiful, sparkling, ethereal.
Very nice, absolutely, definitely ethereal. Why is it ethereal for you?
Well, from here, it's just got a hint of colour. It's not sort of wishy-washy. I mean, there is colour, but I'm lost for words. And that's most unusual for me. But it's a beautiful, soft colour, because topaz can be quite dark, can't it? Not imperial, obviously, but the sort of gold, and it's got those lovely golden tones, but they're not too dark. It's beautiful.
It is beautiful, isn't it? What would you do with this if you were to work with it?
I think I'd have to have it moving, so I think I'd need to have earrings and perhaps 5 on the front of a pendant.
Ooh, okay.
Or you know those is it 15 loop earrings you have? Use that as a pendant and have them dangling from there.
That'd be cute.
Quite pretty,
that'd be really
wouldn't they?
pretty, wouldn't it? It's a gemstone which truly, oh my goodness, it is a gemstone which truly has such a history, such a wealth of knowledge. And actually what I would say to you is, if you're planning on expanding your jewellery making horizons, if you're planning on learning more about specific gemstones, I would say this alongside zircon would be a great pairing to get yourself started on. Get yourself some books on Imperial Topaz. It really is fascinating. 22 centimetre strand from 7 by 3 to 15 by 5 mil. Only been seen once before. If you missed it the first time, now's your chance to get it. Your price today. £17.95 for a gemstone which we can't get most of the year. B, are you 35? No, I'm not. BERU35 is your code for it. Oh my gosh, I've got to move on already because I've just realised the time. How do you feel about this, Frankie?
I haven't got one, but I think it looks really good.
It does look cool, doesn't it?
It does, definitely.
You need one then, Frankie, don't you?
I probably do need
You probably
one.
do. Now, this is our portfolio bag. I absolutely adore this bag. It's one of the most popular pieces of the bag family that we have. So you've got your zip at the front, so this is to open up a really large pocket that we've got in here. You can get absolutely loads of stuff in there. You've then got your handle, which is a wonderful thick sturdy handle, won't cut into your hand, but then you've also got your extendable strap as well. Now this can be extended so that you can just wear it across the body if you so wish, wear it over the shoulder. You can have, well, gosh, I look like one of those men in GQ magazine. You can wear one on either shoulder if you so wish. You can have it at whatever size you like. You've then got your Velcro pocket at the back. Again, a nice sturdy Velcro pocket in there for you. And then we've got the actual inside of the portfolio bag itself, which is possibly the most exciting. Ooh. So you've got a really large plastic, all of these are clear, really large plastic zip top bag. Then you've got all of your individual pockets here. Every one of these zip opening up to a new pocket. You've got what I describe as the bangle size in here, great for carrying your bangles in. It's double sided as well, don't forget. You've then got your 6 pocket, great again for your earrings. And then on this side, you've got your 6 pockets on here. Sorry, that's a lie. You've got 4 pockets. You've got 4 pockets on here. This bag is great because if you've already got a few of these, you'll know this. How about getting yourself a couple of these, using one as, say, a laptop bag, or using one to, say, carry all your books and your designs in. take all of the inner sheets out of the other one, stick them in your new one. You've got, as opposed to, you know, just the 4 different pages to it, you're going to have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different pages, aren't you? If you don't know what I mean by take the sheets out, I mean this. Because they're Velcro pieces, so Velcro down the spine, as it were, of each of these, which means you can put them in different orders, you can add more and more pages to this, and you really could get a load and load of sheets in here. It's our portfolio bag. It's one of our best-selling bag family pieces. Your price today is just £14.95 for you. GOZX30, that's your code, $14.95. People are already getting their hands on this. Probably people actually who've already bought it before. What do you think of the look of this portfolio bag? Now you've seen it in the flesh.
I think it's lovely. I'm having problems, I'm having issues.
Okay.
Better clarify that. I'm having issues carrying things here. You know, to bring pieces and how to carry them safely. I'm just thinking that would be a super idea to be able to put the various different pieces, the different makes that you do, and all the, you know, we have to sort of do bits of prep, don't we? You know, sort of make things in readiness. You know, here's one I made earlier. That would be good to put all of those in. Yeah, definitely.
I think you're absolutely right. Definitely. $14.95 for you today. Get your hands on it whilst you can. Let's do. Oh my goodness, these are beautiful. Hey, I've got this strand at home. Do you know what? I've got this strand at home and I haven't actually cut it up yet. I don't know what to do with it. Hey, you're here, you can help me. I have got for you now this beautiful faceted blue pyrite strand. I've got this at home, and to be honest, I got it as part of I got it in a bundle, and I absolutely fell in love with it. This is one of the reasons I actually bought the bundle, to be honest, because I love this so much, and I'm really not sure what to do with it. Frankie, discuss. What do you think would be a hint? What should I do with this strand? Because I've got this exact one.
I would want to put that with those beautiful peacock pearls that we had earlier.
Frankie, that doesn't help me, really.
Sorry.
Because I don't have the peacock pearls at home. So I'm going to have to buy these as well now.
Well, yeah, I think you would, definitely.
What would you do with these? They've sold out.
Have they?
Oh, Frankie!
Sorry, I didn't know. Oh, no. Okay.
Ruined it.
Well, okay. If you bought the kit that I had,
right, yeah,
you could use those with that, couldn't you? Because that would go lovely with the one that had the amethyst, the first one of the first kits.
Yeah.
But that from here, that would make a beautiful tennis-looking bracelet.
Yeah. Side by side.
Just absolutely lovely. Two pieces of it, perhaps together, somehow fastened. Yeah, you'd have two pieces that were separate but fastened with a little jump ring or something, so every so often, or with some wire every so often, so that they were separate but they came together every so often.
I love that.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I do know what you mean.
Or with the spacers, we do spacers, don't we? The little rose gold or silver or whatever spacers. They'd be quite nice.
They'd be really cute in between it, wouldn't they? I'm thinking. My plan is. Text in if you've got ideas at home as well, because I really do need to know what to do. I'm into wire work at the moment. I'm having a go at it anyway. And I'm thinking using these as like little accents would be quite nice, with like maybe silver wire.
Oh yeah, it'd be nice with silver wire.
Silver wire, yeah. Is that what you're thinking? Gives it a nice icicle look, wouldn't it? Oh, leave it with me, leave it with me. I've got 60 carats worth of this beautiful light metallic blue coated pyrite strand. Your price today is just £6.95 for you. That's amazing, isn't it? And this is a lengthy strand as well. I'll show you as a bracelet. How many times to easily do a 3-wrap bracelet for me? Easy peasily. Wow. That's gorgeous, that, doesn't it?
It does look nice.
That's so simple, isn't it? But really, really pretty. And actually, what about with a little ring as well? Cutesy. Isn't that really gorgeous? I absolutely adore this strand. $6.95, I adore the price as well, I've got to say. BIVX49 for you on that today. Let me put that back. What I forgot, sorry? No, yeah. Oh, yeah. It's the final one of my top 3 today. Ah! The quality of this is astonishing. Take a little look at this. This is your Boulder Opal. Wow. I can't believe the price I'm going to give you on Opal today. Frankie.
Yes.
Would you do me a favour? Just have a little look at that screen. What do you think?
It's very pretty,
Isn't it? Have you got Boulder Opal at home?
No, I haven't. I haven't actually. I've got lots of Wellow Opal, but I haven't got any Boulder.
Well, I am one of these people who think it's important to convert people, so I'm going to come and show you this to the light.
Tell me about
I'll walk over to you. Yeah, I'll walk over to you. Yeah. So on the screen, describe it to me. It looks all right on there, doesn't it? It looks quite nice.
It looks very grey.
It does look a bit grey, doesn't it?
I like the striations on it. They're very pretty.
Beautiful, isn't it?
Yeah.
Beautiful.
And it's very glossy.
Yeah. But let me show you it to the flesh and hold up to the light.
Oh, it's gorgeous.
And gone.
Oh yeah, it's got purple tones and oh yeah, that's really.
Do you see it with the light cascading through? How that becomes completely different kettle of fish.
Yeah, it is. You're right.
Do you prefer that?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I could like that very much.
That's beautiful, isn't it? One thing that I adore about this is every single section of this, every single different layer, every single different colour will have a very slightly different percentage of liquid within it. So this area here with the dark white, the percentage of the liquid internally within that section might be around 5-6% liquid just in that one banding, but then a tiny bit underneath you could be up to 20% liquid in that little section there.
So which is the opal and which is the, do you know what I mean, which is the boulder itself?
Yeah, so all of this itself is opal, and it's described as boulder opal because of the different minerals that get into this that gives it the different layers.
Right, yeah.
So what happens is within the crust of the earth as your water table, and as it rains, wherever this is, so this is from Australia, whenever it's the rain season, that rain like trickles through the crust of the earth, and then the water table, i.e. the water in the middle of the earth, actually rises, and it happens time and time and time again every time it rains, it happens over hundreds, thousands of years. It rains and it builds up, and so every single layer is essentially just from a different downpour.
I see. So it's a slice of history. It's like tree rings then, isn't it?
Exactly. Yeah, it really, really is. I adore opal, I'm sure you know. Opal to me is such a beautiful gemstone, and I'm always astonished at our prices. You're getting this beautiful strand of history today for just...
Okay.
Would you get this, Anna, because you just said you haven't got Boulder Opal yourself. Would this one tempt you though?
It definitely would.
One more converted. Yes! Woo!
Get in.
Get in, you're right. Right, I'm heading back over to my desk now. I'm glad that I've converted another person. I think that's an important thing to do, especially at that price. I really, really do. $6.95. Get it home to really appreciate it. Now. On my right. This is my right, definitely, yeah. Chain. How do you feel about chain?
I love chain.
Do you?
Well, you know, eventually we're going to be doing some steampunk and whatever.
Yeah.
And we're going to have chain in our stash to be able to do that. And like that, it needs to be in different gauges and it needs to be in different colours. Because we definitely need to mix our metals with that, and so yeah, looks like. What's the blue one? That's interesting.
Metallic ice ovals. It's an interesting one, that, isn't it? Because look at the texture on it. You have a little look at home. It's really interesting.
Oh, it is.
It's like sparkle, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
50 centimetre strand. This one is. What do you think of doing with this strand? Oh my gosh, I've just answered my
I
own
was just going to
question.
say that would go gorgeously, wouldn't it, with that?
Wouldn't it?
It's got the same feel but a different texture, and it's the same colour, Becky.
I love that. Perfect.
Definitely.
So you've got your 50 centimetre strand here of that sprinkly blue, which I've not seen before. Then you've got this beautiful aluminium in this gorgeous, rich, and antiques bronzy colour almost, actually, isn't it? What would you think of doing with this one, lovely lady?
That's definitely steampunk. You'd need to drape that somehow.
You really would, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Lots of draping.
I love the colour of that. That's wonderful.
I adore
Do they come loose? Are they loose?
They're cut open, look.
Brilliant.
So you can
Amazing.
take these
it's
apart.
got lovely texture too.
Gorgeous, isn't it?
Definitely steampunk.
Yeah, and then what about this one? This gunmetal colour has to be
Has
steampunk,
to
doesn't
be,
it?
Definitely, yeah, definitely.
Really beautiful, a metre's worth of this one as well. And then lastly, but by no means leastly, almost this old gold colour. That's cool, isn't it? What do you think of this one?
That's pretty. I wouldn't put that in steampunk, but
No.
that would make a lovely belt, or again, sort of layered with other chains, little fine chains as well around the neck. Be very nice.
I think your fly is attacking your microphone.
Oh, sorry.
It's all right. No problem. Just
I'll
to let you
move
know. I've got all 4 of these strands. These 3, the latest 3 are a metre. You've got your 50 centimetre on your blue ice. Your price today, chain reaction, should be £17.80 if you were to buy them individually. I'm going to take it under 15 for you. Your price today is just a tiny £12.95 for you today. What do you think of that, Pete?
Oh. It's great, yeah.
It's great, yeah. Come on over, Pete. Yay, it's that time of the day. It's Pete's variety impression time. Now, we didn't have it yesterday, did we? Because we were oh so busy. We didn't have any the day before because we were oh so busy. But I found time for you today, Pete.
I'm very happy about that.
I'm glad. We're talking about chain, we're talking about fashion. So, of course, you spring to mind instantly.
All right, yeah.
I'm being sincere. Okay, we've got another impression now. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, we've been getting Pete on Designer Inspiration to show off his talents, and he is a talented young chap. He really is. We're going to be hearing another one of his wonderful impressions today. So go on, let's get yourself psyched up. You're going to feel like you're with a celebrity at this point. You really are. Let's do this.
Yeah, Tom Hanks in Forrest Gump.
Tom Hanks in Forrest
what I'm
Gump. Just
gonna
close your eyes. Imagine you're in a movie theatre. You ready?
All right. Are you ready? Everyone's talking in my ear.
Yeah, I have to put up with that constantly, mate. Just saying.
Sounds like Tom Hanks.
I know, it sounded nothing like Tom Hanks. Right, go on.
My mama always said life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
He's single. Can you believe that? Can you believe it with talents like that? That was really, really good. That's a really good one. Who are you doing for us on Tuesday?
Oh. Yeah, I've got a few lined up.
Have you? Hey, tell you what, you've not got me the weekend coming. I'm away. So you better not be doing your impressions with anyone else.
Don't worry, I won't.
You promised? Oh, you said don't worry, I'm really happy. So you have got here your 4 strands. There's lots of you coming in for this. All of this, just £12.95 for you today. Fab, 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 fab little selection. Now, guess what? I'm going to bring on some of the letter stamp for you. The lid's already undone. You actually did some stamping on your second Designer Inspiration, didn't you?
I did.
So you're obviously into stamping.
Oh, ever so, yes.
What is it about it you love?
Oh, I think it's that banging and making a racket again. No, and the personalisation and all of those things. But it's just really good when you've sort of written a word and it feel really good about it.
Yeah, absolutely agree with that. These are
fun.
your Impress Art stampers. Now these are truly, when we're talking about stampers, this is your A grade. This is your A game. This is your top quality, high-end Impress Art stampers. You've got that beautiful lettering, the script lettering on here, and these are your 4mm. So you're getting all of these letters with your question mark as well. Let me get these out for you to really show you why these are so high-end. It's because of little details on these, like the fact that it has the question mark at the side. So, because sometimes when it's on a flat surface it's hard to say, but you can see it on the side. It's also so that you know, it points you in the right direction then, so you know that as soon as you're working with the question mark or with the letter facing the way it should, you're going to be keeping it every single time. It's going to be the same. You're not going to mess up. It's not going to be slightly wrong. You're not going to have to keep triple checking every time. It's super sturdy, super strong, and these are your 4mm letter shapes on here. The price for these most high-end of pieces in the box with your instructions today, £39.95. What do you think of that? Because you know what it's like to buy these.
I do, and it's a lovely script, that one. It's most unusual. You don't get script in a lot of them because it's actually flowing. But you're right about it having the markings on there. There's absolutely nothing worse than you get to the end of your word and you look back and you see that you've put the M upside down in dream or something. You know, it's
a nightmare.
It's a nightmare. So that you always know when you're right with those. So
£39.95 you're happy with?
Definitely, yeah.
Your price today is not £39.95.
That's wonderful. That's an incredible price.
£20 off.
That's amazing.
Half price, better slightly than half price.
Amazing.
That's astonishing, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's a never before seen price. £20 off for what has been described as the highest end of all of your beautiful, beautiful stamping pieces. You can stamp into polymer, you can stamp into metal, you can stamp into your blanks, you can stamp into wire, you can do textures with these, metal clay, you can work with these, you can do them as texture, not just as letters, you can texture with these. We've got DVDs on the subject, we've had shows on the subject. Have a little look at some of Debbie Kershaw's pieces, she's just stamping so exquisitely. You can give yourselves the personal touch, you can write names, dates of birth. We all want to be a bit individual, we all want a little bit of personality, something that's unique to us, and the fact of the matter is now you can create it for yourself, your friends, your family, and people you don't even know yet if you're selling them on. This is such a stunning £20 off today, half price deal. This is not going to last long though. It's purely, this isn't even a clearance offer, it should be, isn't it? Really, that is a clearance price. £19.95. It is just, oh my goodness, astonishing, isn't it? Impress Art 4mm. There's lots of you getting your hands on this. Just to let you know, checking out those baskets genuinely, because actually I've not got that many of these left, because this is a one-off offer, by the way. That's it. This won't be repeated again over the next 30 days that we know of at this moment in time. It's not scheduled to be. That's it. We're not getting any stamping shows coming up in the next 30 days. We're just making room. As I said earlier, it's as simple as that. It truly, truly is. We're just making room. I absolutely adore it. I really do. Get your hands on it whilst you can at £19.95. Oh my gosh, I've got to move on actually, or else I'll be told off. Let's squeeze these in, shall we? Really nice and quickly. Oh, you're right.
Oh yeah, I'm just looking at those in your hand.
Did you love them?
Yes, is the word.
They're chunky monkeys, aren't they?
They're chunky monkeys.
Aren't they huge? Beautiful shell pearl here for you. Light grey shell pearl rounds. Oh my gosh, these are so big. These are so in vogue at the moment, aren't they? Mm-hmm. You know, just the singular pearl rings. They're gorgeous, aren't they? And actually, I always think that's a bit strange, you know, I'll be honest. pearl ring. I think it's very odd because pearls, we know they're delicate, they're dainty. You shouldn't be scratching against them, ruffling in your bag with it on your finger particularly. You've got to be really careful. You can create that ever so popular look, but you don't have to worry about that with these because they've got that strength. It's your shell pearl with the shell feel, but you've got the strength there, so you don't have to worry. Whatever you want to do with these, you absolutely can. These are your 12mm light grey shell rounds. Light grey, question mark. I'm saying silver. What are you saying?
Definitely silver.
Yeah.
They look like silver balls from here.
They do, don't they?
Yeah.
Huge as well.
Yeah, oh, definitely.
Really big.
Yeah.
Let me ask you, if I was to give you this strand, what would you be doing with it, lovely lady?
Oh, I just have to hold it for a bit to begin with. Do you know, I'm going to be really boring, so I wouldn't really do much with it. It's absolutely blinging itself up. Just as it is, it's just lovely as it is. Don't you think?
Yeah.
I know that's really boring from a designer, but
Yeah, it is, but no, it's not at all.
But it's
sometimes
lovely.
it doesn't. You don't need to do anything extra, do you?
No, you'd be gilding the lily.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I like that
nice.
saying. Look at this. Is this working? I really want to find out what to do with my beautiful strand. Oh yes, I like that.
Yeah.
These two with a bit of silver wire.
Yeah. Nice.
That's wonderful, isn't it?
And some of that chain,
Oh, and some of that chain.
that blue chain.
What about that Cullinan topaz I had on before as well, actually? Oh, you like that?
Now you're talking.
Now I'm talking.
Now you're talking. One of those in between, dropping.
Oh my
between.
gosh, you're completely right. Oh my days.
Yeah.
I love the price of this. I'll be honest with you, it's going under £10. What price are you thinking?
I thought more than that, but they are shell, aren't they?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, there's loads of you on the phone. People have already checked out the baskets with it. Multi-buyers left, right and centre. Your price for these whoppers today, $6.95.
okay, ridiculous.
Okay, ridiculous, says Frankie. That is an absolutely astonishing price. Genuinely, let me just grab my ruler of truth. Hang on. Get me ruler of truth. Yeah, look at that. That's a 30cm ruler. So I've got about 40cm worth on this strand. Don't forget as well, it is your shell pearl, so it's not the gemstone, so it's not got a carat weight to it, but you'll be getting around 40cm worth. That's astonishing, isn't it? Lots and lots of you getting your hands on this, lots and lots for you to do. Do check out those baskets for me. Congratulations anyone who you've got your hands on that, all that topaz, all that opal, all that zircon. I'm so angry about that zircon. I'm not over it yet. I'm heading over to you, lovely lady, to see your challenge. Now, we gave the lovely Frankie 2 strands for her challenge. How were they to work with?
Oh, beautiful. I do love this, what did you say this was?
The Signatic quartz?
Signatic quartz. It's got such a lovely colour to it. So I went delving into the wire box and found some of this beautiful fat. What gauge is it?
1
metre,
mil.
which means it's 1 mil, which means it's 2 mil, isn't it? Yeah. I'm afraid I was very boring. I only managed 1 piece today. But I don't work very quickly. I'll try and get more quickly.
No, that is beautiful. To be fair, when you're making statement pieces like this, you do not need a lot on there, do you? Just to let you know that the Signatic quartz strand is at the bottom of the screen. This was just $6.95, and look, we've got absolutely loads of that left, actually, haven't we?
Yeah.
Not even used half a strand on this.
No.
And then you also have at the side of your screen the lavender pearls. The price on the lavender pearls was just £13.95 because we price dropped those, didn't we, from that £20 mark. And again,
there's loads
how
left.
have you got so much left over?
Well, because it's a beautifully long strand, and I use 7 at either side, so it sort of it looks as though you've got more.
It kind of
but you've got
balances it out a little bit, doesn't it?
Yeah, you've got lots left, and they are so round, aren't they?
Yeah. Can I ask you what wire you've put through those?
It's a 0.4.
Wow, that's
there's-
great.
You could probably have got a 6.
A 6, that's exactly
Yeah.
what I was just going to say. And you've done your clasp at the front. Talk us through how you've managed to do this.
Well, yes, it's a big hook and a big eye. I mean, you could leave it. It will. If you let go, it will dangle.
Yeah.
But I just thought it looked nice when you put it together. It sort of makes a little shape just off the centre.
Absolutely.
Finishes off the balance. So.
And then how have we attached each of these 2 strands?
I used the 0.4 and I used the same technique as I did on the front. I used the same technique as the...
Pete's just
thank
throwing
you, Pete.
those
Throwing the disc
really
on.
amazing DVDs that we had earlier on that worked out about £1.30 something. You're right there, Pete? Yeah. Yeah. Good. Just checking. Or shall I say Forest? Lovely.
I just put it through and then wrapped it round like we did that beautiful greenstone earlier, and then bound it on, and then the pearls are just bound on as well with a 0.4 wire. So I've just noticed a bit I haven't snipped off there, but never mind.
Well, if you got your hands on those flush cutters we had on earlier,
I could have used them, couldn't
you could, yeah. Then you could just snip that away. How was your first day,
perhaps
Bim?
I will.
Well,
Perhaps
first
I-
day, second day on the job, Bim.
I've really enjoyed myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We had a good time.
Yes, have you enjoyed yourself? It hasn't been too bad working with me, has it? You're not going to
I'm
say.
back on. No, I've had an absolutely wonderful time working
Don't put
with
me
you.
with her next time.
No. Monday, I'm going to be back with you, and I have got some wonderful dealios coming up for you. Who have I got on Monday? I know I've got Laura Binding, Spellbinding, and the Whammer back on Tuesday. And then on Monday, who is it, lovely Helena? Teresa. Ooh, Teresa I've got on Monday. When are you back on with us, lovely?
I'm back on next Friday. I'm on the 8th on the designer
Mid-show?
Yeah, mid-show.
Brilliant. Something a little bit special planned?
I'm not telling.
Okay. I love that. I'm not telling. Thank you so much for
You're
today.
welcome.
You've been a pleasure.
I've loved
From me and from Frankie, we will see you very, very soon. Have a lovely evening with The Late Show. See you later, everybody.
Thanks a lot, guys.
Hi Jewellery Makers, if you're a Freeview viewer, you can now continue to watch the show live by switching over to channel 64, our brand new 24-hour